no, I guess yeah, let me address that real quick. I guess she got offended about what I said, but she never responded back. But the topics that we talk about, we don't have a time limit on it. So it's an ongoing thing. It seems like with different people, we don't have a time limit. We discuss something until we felt we discussed all we need to feel or discuss about it, and then we'll move on to the next topic. So yeah. So yeah, let's start. Anybody want to introduce themselves or not? I know a lot of y'all don't be knowing each other. Now some of y'all do because of me, and everybody pretty much they add each other on Facebook and learn who each other is as we go along or whatever. If y'all want to introduce yourselves, you can do that now. I'm glad my boy Stanley on here. Finally. Appreciate you joining. It's been a minute since I seen you. This is the Crypto King. If y'all want any crypto advice, talk to that man. He be making money. Like real money. Oh no, don't talk to you?
No, because I'm not gonna give you the right financial advice.
Oh, okay. All right.
Damn. I almost had a question. I was like, never mind.
Oh shit! Hey, you already got questions, man.
If you got questions about crypto, I will just inbox me, drop me your email address, and I will send you 2 of my ebooks. And then if you're still interested after that, then we can have a conversation. But
I'm trying to get in on that shit. I seen that damn pay stub. I said, hold the fuck up now.
I think Brandon is trying to join, but his signal.
The Army ain't tell me this. They tried to make me drive trucks. They was like, hold on, you can drive this truck. They ain't telling me nothing about no damn crypto.
All right, so I'm about to share my screen and we're gonna get into the first topic.
Okay.
Can y'all see that?
Oh my God.
Man, I think that is the sweetest thing they've ever done for Black people in their whole life. Disney, that's the sweetest shit they've ever done for niggas.
You said that's the what?
That's the sweetest shit they've ever done. Because why was Tiana a frog for 99% of the movie? Like, that's not a real fucking princess. And the only reason why she ended up becoming a princess because she married that. No, I ain't like that shit.
I see a lot of white people mad about this, as we already knew was gonna happen. This is the same thing that happened with the guy that was in Star Wars that debuted in like episode 7. It's the same thing that happened with the black chick who was a Jedi in Star Wars. It always happens. Everything.
But aren't redheads considered like the Black people of the white people? Does that make sense? Like they always say that redheads.
I couldn't tell you that because I'm not white, so
I don't know. Like that's just what they say. They're just like, oh, we're just a different breed. Like they kind of like separate themselves from like other white people. So I guess they were just like, oh, we don't have a lot of redhead representation, but she's been a representation since '98. I mean, shut the fuck up. It's not that bad.
So something that Disney is trying to correct is the diversity of their videos. Like since forever, everything been white in Disney, and now we're getting all different type of races for everything, and white people just don't like that. Even how they used to depict Black people back then was wild. And a lot of, even on Disney Plus, if you watch a lot of that old shit, they'll have some type of message saying basically like at the time this was created, this was this is how society was, but we know now that shit ain't politically correct, so just be mindful of that type shit. They just trying to correct the wrong that they did in the past, and that's basically it. But white people, they still want to be stuck in that time period, so things like this bother them.
They called them little nigga. That's what I saw.
They racist. It's fucking racist. So I can understand there's some people that have their reason for it, but if you look at all of the comments, it's nothing but racial undertones. It's literally people upset because she's Black.
Yeah, that's all it is.
That's exactly what it is.
And at the end of the day, I saw another post from one of my friends, and he said, why can't we as a people start creating our own? But I feel like representation matters, especially going into 2023, because you don't see us in these type of movies, these type of characters and things like that. And it's a good thing. I think it's a beautiful thing to be able to look at the screen and see a Black mermaid, a fucking fictional character at that though. It's a fucking fictional character. And then one thing I do, I take notes and screenshots, especially if they in this area. Because what you're not gonna do, what racist people always fucking do, they fucking be racist and bold online, but they be all in your face, faking and smiling and speaking to you. Bitch, keep that same energy. Same fucking energy.
Damn, you just said something I forgot what that I want to say.
I agree with whatever she said.
Oh yeah. So about what you said about us creating our own, it's for one, like with comics and shit like that, Black people are trying to create their own, like the same shit. And we're not, we don't support our own people the way that we support other shit. At the same time, Black people look for hookups from their friends and shit like that all the time. They want the discount, they want the hookup, and it's like, damn, you're not getting the hookup from them. You'll pay full price from them, but you want the hookup from my shit. And, you know, we trying to come up, and then we don't have the same budget as they had. You know, when I say they, I mean like white people have. They have all of this generational wealth, and we're gonna forever be trying to catch up. So I know I do understand that you say we should create our own, but it's hard at the same time when you don't have the same, you know, money passed down from generation to generation, and then our culture, they always want the hookup, they want the discount. Can you slide me this type of thing? It's real hard, but there's a lot of comic people who are very talented drawing comics and trying to get on that level. It's just hard. So that's what I gotta say about that.
I just think that, you know, a lot of Black people are used to being around other Black people growing up. So they're just comfortable with saying, hey, we're both from the same struggle. Hook me up, because I don't have disposable income. But they don't understand that just because you choose to still be in that struggle don't mean that my mindset is. And if you can't afford my product for a price, then my product's not for you. And that's why you got Gucci, Versace, all them, and you got motherfuckers paying $600-700.
Didn't was it Gucci who said that their clothes weren't for Black people? One of them, they said that these are not for y'all. This is not for y'all.
Yeah, all the big name brand shit.
Gucci, Tommy Hilfiger, all of that.
Oh,
my mama wouldn't even buy Tommy when I was growing up because of the shit he said. She would not buy Tommy. She was like, that motherfucker don't like.
But look who just posed and went to his fashion show, Big Lotto. She there, Tommy Hilfiger.
But you know, in the industry, light skinned Black and dark skinned Black, they don't consider that shit the same. Like I'm just saying, like they will hire all the light-skinned Black women to try to identify with us as dark-skinned women, and it's not the same thing. If you want to identify with all of us, you need multiple shades. That's why Black companies, they have multiple shades. I can't identify with a light-skinned girl with long, pretty curly hair. I'm not a light-skinned girl with long, pretty curly hair. It's just not the same thing.
That's why Fenty blew up so well.
Girl. Yeah, because Rihanna she's really diverse. She don't believe in she do big girls, skinny girls, all types of shit. So she got the money. Oh, I need another drink.
Well, I want everybody to know Black is beautiful. Remember that.
So what's funny about this Little Mermaid slide? A lot of white people are mad and saying, well, what if we did this and what if we did that? Like made a movie about Martin Luther King and cast a white guy. That's completely different because Martin Luther King is a good person.
But I would love to see them put a white man.
What happened to the Prince of Egypt? Wasn't they all white?
But you know,
fuck around. I want to see some bullshit.
But you know what though? It's so crazy because they say that and they've already started with the memes.
They've already done
people. We're not bothered. Like for some reason, even with everything that has happened, generations and generations of slavery, of oppression, things like that. I'm not saying we're forgiving, but we are not bothered like that when it comes to stuff like that, if y'all notice.
It's like, say it to my face.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like, you make a movie, we don't give a fuck. We probably will be the biggest, we'll be in there watching the shit, probably
Laughing.
laughing at it.
It-
So
it
laughing
depends.
and shit, that's all we
Bothered.
gonna
It
do.
depends. I don't agree with that. I think
I
black
don't agree
people,
with that.
yeah, I don't agree with that either.
Here we
I
go.
think black
Oh,
people
shit.
will be
But
bothered by
black-
some shit. I
but-
don't know. It just depend on the right movie or something.
White people
Black
have
people gonna cut
depicted
up.
black characters as white
Exactly. They
characters.
have done
Anything having to do with
I mean,
Egypt,
look at
Nefertiti,
fucking Prince of Egypt, man.
all that shit was white
that.
folks.
Passion of the Christ.
So I'm
look
talking
at
about
what
if you
is
was
it?
to remake a
American Gods
movie,
or some shit.
a black movie with white people, that's what I'm talking about. If
Come
they was
on,
trying
no,
to redo
listen.
Friday.
Hold on.
Like a remake
now.
of Love and
Hold on.
Basketball.
Y'all seen those memes? Y'all
Yeah.
seen the remakes with the white folks? That shit funny. I've been sharing
It
them
would
on my
definitely be fucking.
Yeah,
You
we
would not
laugh
go see
until
that
they really
shit.
do it. Then niggas gonna be mad if
But
they
they
really
not
went
gonna
through
do
with that
it
shit.
though. You get what I'm saying?
So,
It's like
They're not
So-
gonna do it in the
Bother.
manner that we think they're gonna
Didn't
do
they-
it. It's
didn't
just
they
gonna
make
be
Didn't they make that Gods of Egypt movie with like an all
That's
white
what I
cast?
was talking
And
a
then-
about.
couple
right there,
different
that
Egypt movies
bullshit.
with an all
But
white
then
cast.
but
Even the
then
fucking
black people,
cartoon, they not
but-
even black.
but then black people boycott that movie. Like they did, like that movie made like no money because of it. Like, so I'm just saying they
It probably
showed.
wasn't gonna make no
What
money
about
anyway.
what's that
I'm-
shit?
I'm
The
just
Passion
saying-
of Christ. Why was everybody?
I'm just talking about what Maya said. So it's already been proven that if they do that, we get it. Like
Oh,
so.
hi, Mitch. I was waiting to hear his voice.
What's up? What's up?
Brandon.
I was
Well,
just
they're
listening.
waiting for you at the door.
Man, I don't know why. I'm just cooling it Saturday. You know?
No, y'all come with facts. I was just waiting. I just didn't see that I could scroll down.
I was on YouTube and I've been
I'll
on
be there in
Facebook looking at
just
a lot
a
of
second.
videos or a lot of comments, and the comments are wild, and it's like, damn, y'all are like really racist, and this is the racism that white people say do not exist.
So this my question though. Okay, even though if we boycott it, do you think that we would go as hard as they're going though? Like they're being racist. Yeah, we might be like, that's dumb. I'm not gonna support it. But we not coming at them like these motherfucking crackers.
They've
Shit.
already kind of.
They be mad.
They done
They
already
be
kind of.
mad, but
Yeah,
black
we would.
Listen,
I'm not-
You say
black
yeah?
people get mad. Black
You
They
say
done
yeah?
already
bullshit,
convinced half
like-
of America
I'm not
people
saying-
is white, so shit,
Look.
they don't care.
I'm not saying we wouldn't be correct, but we absolutely we
Man,
absolutely
let us
they be
boycott
cracker this and motherfucker.
If we boycott, they gonna get the police. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah,
Police don't
we
shut the fuck
boycotted
up.
that movie, Gods of Egypt. We definitely did that. And that movie didn't make
Can
any
we
money.
run into the White House?
If
I
black-
mean, like, just
black
think about
people
it.
stop spending money, white people lose money. I mean, that's just the name of the game.
Yeah,
But the
yeah.
reality
But they don't
of
care
it
about
is,
losing money.
right, but the reality of it is, if black people really got to the level these white people are at with being pissed off, black people dismantle shit. And I ain't talking about physical. I mean, we will literally destroy an entire organization down to its structure. White people,
Isn't
they
so-
just complain and cry. Black
But
people,
don't some
we
black
do
people
damage.
like some black people at that level? They say I'm not black. Like, not that they're not black.
yeah.
They don't
Nah,
understand
nah,
black
fuck them
struggle
Uncle
because they've
Toms.
been. What Lil Wayne was the number one person who said it. I remember he said, "I don't understand that struggle." He said it on an interview. He said, "I don't
Yeah.
understand." So it's like some black people, they've been so well off for so long, they don't speak up when shit like this happens. They can't because they get paid by them same people that we talking about.
They can't associate themselves with the black community and the black community struggles
So-
because
Go
they've
ahead.
been in a
They don't want to
position
fuck up
above
their
it.
money.
Go ahead.
That's it.
Exactly.
I mean,
Here's
you
my
gonna
question.
fuck up
So what-
$50 million?
what was y'all-
I ain't gonna
what would
fuck
be
up
y'all's
$50
So
take?
million.
how we supposed to do it as my,
I got a real question. And maybe this is me because I see things kind of both ways, but I thought they were trolling them, to be honest. Like, so do y'all think that maybe this choice was made kind of on purpose, knowing it was gonna piss people off? Because there's no way they wouldn't know.
No, they did
Nah,
that shit intentionally. They knew.
They knew, but they probably just didn't care.
They
They
didn't care.
They didn't care.
Yeah, they just didn't
Disney,
care.
Disney don't care.
Yeah,
No,
Disney
Disney
been
done
doing.
changed.
don't get no
Disney is
fuck.
Disney
about
has
money.
been getting very diverse. They, like I said, they trying to correct a lot of this shit they
Yeah,
were doing.
'cause
in the
even
past.
with the,
Everything's
shit
not
with
white
Star
no
Wars.
more. And
Shit
Disney
with Star Wars.
Disney knows everything is not white no more. And their shows and movies reflect that. It's as simple as that. They still gonna make the money regardless. All these people who are mad as shit, they still gonna take their kids to see Little Mermaid. They still gonna see all the Marvel movies. They still gonna see all the Star Wars movies.
Stream all
They
of them.
still gonna make their money. People complain about the shit. but they still gonna spend their money on it. It's as simple as that. Disney don't care because they know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Disney do what they want,
I don't
not
like
what they
any of
think
the
is good.
I don't like any of the live action remakes. So for me, I was just like, I'm not gonna watch it because I don't like any of them. Like Lion
So
King.
with the remake,
I don't like the live sketch. Yeah, I rather just
I
watch
don't.
it.
If I
Aladdin
like
was
them or
good
not,
though.
I just love the
Aladdin
fact.
was kind of good.
I love that they.
Yeah, I
cast
thought
black
Aladdin
people.
was good.
Yeah, I'm not into any of the remakes either.
I couldn't do it, and I don't like musicals in general. So I can deal with the musical if it's a cartoon, but I don't need to see Will Smith singing. Like that's not for me. So
Can
like
we remake the
that's
House of Musicals? Speaking of musicals, can we remake the Do Re Mi Fa? I bet if we remake that shit, they gonna lose their motherfucking mind. Gary,
I don't even know what that is.
The Sound of Music.
Sound of Music. She's talking about the Sound of
It's like
Music.
Never
that
heard
was
of
like
it.
great white people in that movie. It's no black people at all.
I just think that if we did it, it would only be to piss people off. I guess that's where my like, what's the point? Because black people, I ain't never been to a black house and they've been listening to the Sounds of Music. Watch it.
Well,
You know what I'm
we
saying?
have
So I
different
feel like-
versions of what they have. I think that's what it is. We have different versions.
Right.
Like
So
everybody
if
goes
they make Bebe's kids with all white kids, are we gonna feel some type of way?
No, because I seen the motherfuckers in Walmart. They exist.
Of course they exist. They don't question this.
No, as long as they exist, they're not making no shit up. That shit is real. Tommy with the leash on. Yeah, that shit is real. Okay, so cool.
That's true.
Hold up.
A lot of people
With the leash. I don't think
Yeah,
it's on
you
my
know
kid.
what?
I
I
put them
think
in
you
the
made
bed.
a post about that shit.
Hold on.
I meant to talk about that. I think you made a post about kids on a leash.
Hold up, Spence.
It's not a leash
Somebody was
though.
talking.
And I have my kid on that same thing.
Yeah,
It's a harness. It's a kid
I have
harness.
my kid on one.
I know
remember
why.
making that post, and I
They
wanted
be
to
running the fuck
Understand
off.
why in some occasions, but
They be running the
like
fuck off.
6 of them on a leash. Like you need all of them.
Yes.
It's not a leash.
Yes.
It's
Making
a
it sound like
harness.
they got they
It's just a
they-
harness.
Mimi. Now, Kendall, my 3-year-old, he active. My oldest, he wasn't like that, but Kendall will run off and disappear in the store. I can't imagine having 3 or 4 of Kendalls. I would have all of them on a leash. You know what I'm saying? That kids just be.
I got one
Rather
like that. I
that
stick
than
her in
him
the
getting
stroller.
lost in the store because he got lost in PX.
I got one like that. I got one like that, and I can understand places like the Six Flags, Disney World,
Exactly.
big ass stores, but sometimes it just be seeming like they just don't. It's not a look of, oh my God, it's more of like, I just don't want to pay attention. Because I can tell the difference when I see certain, especially on posts, you see certain ladies, they literally don't even be paying attention to them with the shit on. You get what I'm saying? They still be doing their own thing.
Yeah.
So it's not a matter of the leash. It's not the leash, the harness, excuse me. It's a matter of, are you putting it on them because they're out of because they have things that they like to do, or are you putting them on it because you just don't want to fucking
Want to deal with it.
There's two different types of kids: overactive kids and undercaring motherfucking parents.
You're right.
You know, so I seen a lady at the PX. I was 16 working at Anthony's Pizza on Fort Bliss. This lady had 2 kids in a double stroller and like 5 kids hooked to a harness, and they was still fucking with everything on the counter. They was at the Taco Bell next to fucking Anthony's Pizza fucking with. I'm like, ma'am,
Girl, they bad.
you just not paying, like, you still not paying attention. So what's the point of the damn harness?
I get you when you say that. Like some people are just like actually like walking their kid like they a dog, not paying attention to them. I get you.
Know where they at.
I seen your message, Mitch. I don't know who that is.
Yeah,
with the background
somebody sitting inside a washing machine out this bitch.
Oh,
Like,
it
which
might
one of y'all
be
got that
right
goddamn noise in the background?
I don't know who that is.
Turn that shit off. Mute
I
yourself.
still hear it.
Look, I can eliminate Nate, Jermaine, and Stanley because they shit muted.
I'm a mute.
I don't know who's that shit that has been on the whole time.
This dinner, that's it. I'm here. I'm about to be on.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute mine, so y'all know it ain't me.
Hold
All
on,
right.
is it me? Is it me?
We don't know.
We don't know.
It's like 20 niggas on here.
Oh, but I thought
did
everybody
stop.
was muting. That's why I unmuted
If we could
myself.
single it out, we already would have. All right.
Oh, it stopped. Somebody. All right, somebody said.
All my kids is asleep.
Look, all right. So
Yeah.
are we done with the Little Mermaid shit?
Hey, before you
Yeah.
get off the mermaid topic, before you get off of that, I just want to say one thing. Like,
Alright.
a lot of people are like missing like the undertone of all of this stuff. these are grown ass people talking about shows for children.
Yeah.
I ain't watching that shit anyways.
Facts.
So I don't know why they're so deeply invested in something.
You know what though, bro? It's cause for some people that shit was important to their childhood. So like I don't even.
But it's important to little black girls too, ain't it? So
right, but it was important. But it was
they don't represent us anymore.
But if that's the case, then Ariel was important to them as a redhead mermaid. Like if she's important, she's important.
Yeah, they got so much stuff that
I can understand.
I'm just responding.
Yeah, but I didn't get to speak. I was just trying to talk. But
I can see why adults would feel some type of way. That's all I'm
saying.
But
that was 98. I mean, come on, man. It's almost 2023. They have made so many fucking remakes of everything up until this point.
They don't care if it was 98.
It wasn't 98.
They want it to be the 1700s for real. They don't care if
I mean, they're gonna get mad regardless. I don't even give them the energy. I would
love to see a Haitian mermaid. Shit,
fuck a remake. I need a whole new black one.
But if we, like somebody said earlier, though, if we create something new, are we gonna support it? So,
hi.
Hey, you gotta go. This is big
mermaid come out. Yeah, I was gonna say that wasn't no 98. I was a little kid when that came out. That was 89.
Little Mermaid?
I was like 7 when that came out.
89?
89. Yeah.
Yeah, that nigga old, yo. He old.
Yeah, fuck all of y'all. But anyways, I remember being young when I saw it. Like, well, okay, like The Sword and the Stone. The Sword and the Stone is my favorite Disney.
Oh no, that's
right? You went back. God damn.
If they were to remake it in Merlin,
Sword.
I ain't heard that in so long.
The Sword and the Stone, yeah.
I ain't heard that in years.
It's classic. I'm talking about
classic.
I got a question. How many of y'all are gonna go see The Woman King when it comes out?
I am.
Me.
I
need to because I hope they did better than the Black Panther because that to me.
I have no intention.
You said what better than Black Panther?
I hope it's better than the Black Panther because it wasn't good.
Oh, you are.
Like I said.
Hey, just say you don't want to take your opinion seriously.
I'm about to kick her out.
Yeah. You gotta let her go.
I just feel like for Thor,
y'all let her go.
These wonderful backstories, like where
make the cut.
I can't even.
Wow.
I like to watch shit with a backstory. It was just not long enough for me.
It's the Black Panther. It's got a whole like 60 years backstory.
I don't know nothing about no backstory. I was looking for a movie. This shit was an hour and 30 minutes. It wasn't long enough.
It's a comic book movie.
It's a comic book. It's got all kinds of sports material.
Why is it?
You just want the movie, but you won't read the actual comic.
Why we can't get nothing that long? I like the Lord of the Rings.
The Avengers was long as fuck.
And stick with the Lord of the Rings. Shit.
Avengers was long as fuck.
The next topic.
Next topic, man. You motherfucker coming from my
I'll take that.
Hey, Brandon. Hey, Brandon. Them 70 years of fucking comic books ain't enough backstory.
Yeah, it's
first of all, I don't read comics.
This motherfucker
go watch the movie.
This motherfucker almost as old as Captain America. You saying there ain't no backstory?
I've never seen a Black Panther. I know who Black Panther was until they started talking about Black Panther, and I was like,
for the culture, didn't you?
So when the movie came out, I'm thinking they gonna come out with some a nice ass backstory, and it just
what's up, folks?
It was.
And I had
Uncle had a baby with a girl and left her there and left the son there. He got mad and came back and wanted to take over the kingdom. Yeah, wonderful. That's a wonderful backstory.
I mean, you didn't have to watch it though. At this point, like. You could have left the theater.
I tried to get with it. It just wasn't enough for me.
Okay. You know, there's a sequel coming out in November, but don't watch it because you ain't gonna.
I might not.
Don't even support it.
I probably.
Yeah, real talk though. Hey, I went and saw Barbarian. It was either yesterday or the day before, and they showed a trailer for Wakanda Forever. That shit looked real good, actually.
Oh, I'm gonna cry. I ain't gonna lie.
It looks real good.
Man.
It looks real good, bro. That trailer looks good. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't think I would like it, but that shit looks good.
But then knowing the comic, so they're gonna piss. It's gonna be a good movie, but some people gonna get pissed off.
No, but just hearing Angela Bassett's like speech to everybody had me like, oh damn.
Oh, you gotta let go of one.
All right, so one must go.
Money.
I say sex.
What's the bathing?
Bathing,
Oh,
because bitches don't bathe, they shower.
Oh, what?
Bathing, showering, that's two different things.
I think this means
Hey, you know
clean.
what? I'll be
Always
that
one
guy.
nigga who want to be
Family.
super technical.
Family can
Yeah,
go.
I think it just means cleaning
I like
yourself.
her logic.
Just fucking technical for no reason.
I almost said family. I don't know.
I'm gonna say family. I'll say it.
I say family.
I'm gonna
but-
say-
Family gotta go.
Family gotta go.
He said,
I love my family, but them niggas can go.
They don't show up for holidays anyway. Fuck out of
He
here.
said, I'm
fuck
gonna
them
die
kids.
alone.
Fuck 'em.
He said, fuck them kids, I got it.
Yeah. Hey, they got their mom shit. Fuck it.
Hey, that's
You go ahead and take family up out of there, man. I charge that to the game.
that's
Yeah, I gotta clap cheeks. I need to take a bath after, and I need some money. So shit.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't about to be broke. I ain't about to be stanking. I ain't about to be visiting. So,
I feel like that was good logic, Brandon. I
Yeah,
would say family too. When you say it like that, fuck a family.
because I can create a whole new family.
hold up.
That's
Are we
it.
all right?
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
Our family like eyes if we don't choose family? Then we
What?
just don't
It
fuck.
don't matter. Hey, the whole family. Mine don't.
Do we have to get rid of them, or can we just talk to them on the holidays?
No,
Yeah,
you
That's enough.
gotta get rid of it.
God, you trying to
saying
have
they
a
don't
conversation
What
right.
do you say?
Gone.
You saying the family don't exist?
They don't exist.
I would say money then. I would say money.
No,
If you had to get rid of one today,
Family.
Money.
I would get rid of money.
Money.
Really? Yeah, I
Money.
wouldn't
I
get
got
rid
a
of
high ass rent. I don't know about this girl.
I get rid of
No.
Hey,
Jermaine, what you
In a
getting rid of?
recession.
Got enough in the bank.
Jermaine, what you getting rid of?
Oh, nay. No. No.
Damn, man, that's hard.
We are in a recession.
Family,
I don't want no money.
Family gone.
family got to be gone. We in a recession, bro. I don't-
Because I'm gonna save more money without
Hey.
the family.
Cereal went up $2 and everything. I don't know, man. We got the
no, hell no. That
Melody,
Bitcoin.
which one you getting rid of?
family
You said family?
got to go.
Well, damn.
Got to go.
I say,
Got
God
to go.
damn.
And the reason, and it's not because fuck family, but
Do you got
fuck
kids?
family, you know what I'm saying?
Eventually, you have to live without them, right?
I got
And I
two
think
kids.
because people that I look at, like for real, as my family, like the most, majority of them aren't technically my
No,
family.
they gotta go too though. No. They
So
gotta go.
it's like the family
They
and the
family.
They
family.
gotta go too though.
No,
They gotta
but
go too though.
looking at you
So
like
even the military family, like your
Hey,
battle.
they go too. If you consider them family, they gone. You don't got no family, B. You got no.
Nope.
It's
Nope.
just you.
Right.
Really good friends.
this is
It's you. It's you.
This is too hard. I don't like this game.
So Layla getting rid of bathing.
It's just you and a so.
Bathing? Oh no.
Yeah, because she said bitches don't bathe, they shower. Fuck out.
They shower. I
could
feel
be-
like
And
I feel like bathing was just like in general kind of context. Like it wasn't like going in the
Different
tub,
perspective.
fill up the tub.
Different
type shit.
perception.
so if she can shower instead of bathe, then I can get rid of real family versus my inherited family. Yeah, that's how that goes. Straight up.
That's how that go.
That's how it
Perception.
is.
Oh my God.
Niggas never want to play by the rules and always create a loophole.
Yeah, they create. Oh about your Armin family gotta go too. Like, my
Don't
God.
worry,
where were the
Spencer. I
rules?
understood your logic. I guess.
That is.
I'm telling you, I had it.
Because
Damn, man, that's just a lot. Like when you don't have sex, your face break out and everything. So it's just like, why would you want to?
That part.
You know, you don't fuck your whole. You got a pimples right here. You like that? What the fuck is going on?
Is anybody giving up sex?
Including masturbation. And that includes masturbation.
That includes masturbation.
And that includes masturbation.
Y'all saying y'all about to have a swollen
Damn,
bean
Layla,
out
them
there.
titties about to pop out, ain't
Let's see, Layla. Layla, let's see them shit.
they? You
Say
need,
some.
you
Say
need a
some.
turtleneck.
There you go.
Hey,
Go ahead.
do it for real. Do it
That's
for
different
real.
about the butt. You need a
Hey, you ain't
turtleneck,
had
girl.
a shot?
Hey.
About to
my
know
camera
that.
off. I'm gonna turn my camera
All
off.
right,
No, stop it. Stop it.
all right. Now you can only keep one.
Sex.
Money.
You grabbed it. Thank you.
I gotta
I'm gonna double down on sex. I go sex as well.
Yeah.
You can only keep one.
I go family.
I go bathing because
I'm not giving up my kids for shit.
He said I already got rid of.
Already got rid of.
I gotta bathe, bro.
Brandon, you ain't shit.
I ain't shit.
Okay, but then they say we can have no whole bath.
Right.
No, you
So
gotta,
you can
you
bathe.
got a water bottle. Bring some water on you.
Hold on.
They never had the
Look at them hold this shit. They keep trying to
Like getting the stick and kick that leg.
Hey,
you only gotta wash the good parts. Shit.
You only gotta wash the good part.
But hey, technically it's called whole bath, so that.
So do you have to be a hoe to take a whole bath?
No, it's called a bird bath.
No.
So is a whole bath different from a bird bath?
Yeah. No, it's the same thing like washing your ass with a canteen of water. It's the same
Yeah, it's just
shit.
Well, we get a wifey. That's not a bath.
You ain't never had to wash your balls
Something new every day.
different women.
You gotta hit the hot spots. I gotta. People be stank. I don't know, man. I gotta stick with that.
Hey, they used to do it, especially the white folk.
I done took me a damn canteen bath in the field, so I don't know, man. So maybe we can bird bath. I guess sex can stay.
How many bird baths have you took before, Mimi? Because you sound real
I said in the field.
experienced in the subject.
I said in the field.
What about you, Layla? I know you ain't been out in the field.
That don't mean nothing.
So how many have you taken?
Shit, y'all mamas ain't never give y'all a whole bath.
I think like if you was traveling and you had to take like a
Yeah.
like in like a quick travel from point A to
You gotta take them.
so she's not talking about a whole bath like it's gonna last all day. She's talking about like you just a quick wash
Got
down.
a quick little, you know,
Okay.
all that.
He said some baby
water on it.
So baby wipes is not enough. You need water. Don't do that. Baby wipes make you sticky. They take baby wipes in the field. This shit make you sticky.
But you're clean.
I think the whole point.
Sticky?
I think the whole chick on something.
I don't want to be musty.
People who baby wipe bath in the field be sticky to the bitch. They legs be sticky. Their ankle. You need some water. You need some water on the rag.
They don't understand like using a rag in their canteen water to clean.
Bro,
themselves.
you need that water. I don't know.
Yeah, you need water. You can't just give yourself a baby
baby
wipe
be
bath and expect
funky.
yourself to be clean. That's nasty.
Who do not use rags? I did not know that was a thing. Like people really washing their body with soap in their hand. Like
nah, that's a bitch I knew that was washing her. She was washing her body with her hand. She was so fine. Oh my God, I wanted her so bad, but when we showered, she used her hand. Black chick. I was like, God,
how do you exfoliate?
You have a washcloth or a loofah?
She ain't had shit. She literally, she was, when I tell y'all she was bad as fuck, I was trying to get at her, but when I saw that shit, I was like,
you was like, nope, that's a no-go for me.
No, you gotta be committed. Get at her anyway. You gotta
Okay, but
respect her.
no, I didn't.
Okay, but listen,
No.
if y'all had no choice and had nothing, would you be too ashamed to wash your body with your hands? If you had nothing,
if I ain't had shit,
if I didn't have
shit, yeah, I wouldn't mind.
We had shit.
Yeah, but when you got supplies and you're not using the supplies, like that's not
fuck out of here. You knew you was
this was nasty. We had shit. She just
I knew you was going in the field and you still didn't pack your shit. Come on.
Why you ain't packed some extra socks and clean ones or something, bitch?
You could have exactly used a t-shirt or something to wipe your coochie. Come on now, we got coochie that we gotta wash.
You gotta go.
We ain't got no dick. We got dick and balls. We got coochie and asshole. Come on.
That's gross.
Bitches in the field be funky, so that's
how nasty. Oh man. Ugh.
Hot damn.
Hey, you ever see them chicks with the
Could it
big
be
ass
me?
titties that
Could
be in
it
the
be
field
me?
and they don't wash between their teeth?
Oh, y'all, and the baddest ones. It be the baddest ones. Everybody.
You can smell their titty.
They be the nastiest hoes. They be the nastiest. The baddest.
titty must.
Look, she started her face like, yeah, I remember that smell. That titty must, that 2 week titty must.
Y'all ain't just say titty must.
that was a titty.
When they got big ass titties, they in the field, they don't wash other them bitches. That shit, you can smell it.
That'd be nasty.
For real? Big old titties be thinking.
Titties, like the real big titties, like that they don't get under that. That shit
they don't get underneath the boob, like getting that boob sweat that they've been having all damn day in their
wearing the same
shit like that. That's been accumulated all day.
So Y'all sweat under the boobs?
We gonna
stop.
Only big titty girls, only big titty bitches do that.
Only big titty girls, because I ain't got no titties.
Mine said,
Let me
nah, because her titties not big enough.
Layla,
we don't only
you got a big ass face right here.
There you go. Go ahead.
Yeah, look at Mimi said.
I don't believe that.
We all just like
look, Myra, itty bitty titty committee.
I can cut mine. I cut mine.
I got a space. Like I don't even have a space.
You don't have nothing to lift up.
For the air to
no, I ain't got shit.
No, what size are you, Maya?
I'm in the A cup.
Yeah,
bra is padded.
B32.
Your bra is padded.
Okay, Layla, let's see what you got. It's your turn.
Layla, let me see the titties.
Yeah.
My shit's sweating
Layla
right
would be
now.
the one with the
Sweating.
I was about to have to edit that.
Let me see, Layla.
I thought you was about to do it for real.
He said there's a lot of little titties.
Make them bounce, Layla. Make them bounce. Jump up and down real quick. Yes.
Little titties.
Ooh.
Little
she got the
big thighs. Big legs.
Damn, I thought her phone was about to break.
I fuck with that. Damn, Layla.
Brandon said all tits matter. I appreciate you.
Titties do matter.
I'll text you.
Yeah, but we're just like Brandon said, we're not discriminating. All titties matter.
All titties
We can switch.
and I'll be good. Layla, please, let's talk about this.
We can switch.
2 drops from each titty, and I'll be good. I'm so serious. 2 drops from here, 2 drops to this one. I'll probably be a B cup at that point, and that's all I need. I'm just saying. Your back.
When you get older, they start dropping and shit. You want small titties. You don't want them to be all big.
Yeah, you want them small ones. Oh God.
You don't want old.
I used to.
Man, no, because when I was pregnant, my shit was big and nice and full.
Hey, y'all gonna have
Not when I was pregnant.
Sue's titties were huge when she was pregnant. Sue's titties were fucking huge when she was pregnant.
So you don't even get to keep the titties after you have the baby? Wow.
Yeah, they sure stay. She's got bigger boobs than me.
I feel chill.
And I
She had 3 kids. My titties aren't as big as hers.
My titties.
Like she got. Let's see. Come here, Sue. Let's see.
Let me see.
Mine. Hers are like. I can
So y'all telling me? So y'all telling me
twin
y'all shit was big and then
Y'all
it
got
went
twin
back small?
titties. Y'all got twin titties.
Like, okay, hold on. Like she got, you can see under boobs. She got under boobs.
Who we looking at?
I can't lift up my shirt and show you under boob. Like that's how much smaller my titties are compared to hers.
I ain't got no titties like her at all.
I don't know, Joe. You might really be able to. You kind of.
This is gonna be a band on YouTube.
Leela got all the titties.
It'll be.
No titties.
I got auntie titties. Y'all can
I ain't
have
got
them.
no titties. I'm sitting in the.
Wait, what's the topic?
Baby.
We still waiting on you. We still waiting on you. I was like, all this big titties.
Reduction. You know, I've seen a lot of people have to get. I feel bad for them because nobody should have to ever get a reduction because they back hurt that bad. I've seen.
Yeah, you know what? I got back problems because of my butt, but I don't got back problems.
Yo, girl, when I was in the army,
I don't got back problems because of my titties. Like I got lower back problems. I don't have upper back problems. Like my shoulders don't hurt and shit.
Booty and a 2-mile run do not go together.
No, it hurts, right?
No, titties in a mile run be hurting.
Girl, the damn be behind you like, get it, nigga, get from behind me. What the fuck?
You got you making all these.
First I want to run with you and everything. Like, yeah, you know, I don't want you to run with me. Run over
there. But did y'all have to run and hold y'all's ass?
All these guys
run and hold your ass. I had to
all these guys are fucking.
Like, Layla, if you want, you can give me some of your titties. I will be okay with that.
You can have it all.
I would like.
Jack Daniels
shot. Your burden.
You can have it all.
Are we still
I just
talking
need a
about
corner.
titties?
Can I have some titties too, Layla?
Just a corner.
Like this.
Still talking about titties or what?
I don't need a lot because back already hurts.
Yeah, just like I don't need a lot because I want to like balance out with my ass and tits.
But you know, they said you always get one or the other. It said Joe had to fail the PT test. Bro, motherfuckers was trying to help me do pull-ups and I didn't even know their name. Get the fuck away from me. You not helping me do no pull-ups.
Yeah, you be running fast. I was a fast runner.
Hey, you know why we help with the pull-up? So when you struggling and you fall, we try to catch you on the ass.
He's like,
He
oh
called
shit.
me by my
What's going on?
He should have fucked
I don't
me.
need help with the pull-ups though. I never
He was
needed
like,
help
oh
with
shit,
pull-ups.
you good?
He said, I
I'm
got
telling
you. I got
secrets,
you.
man. Stop telling
He's like, I got you. I got you.
I'm pulling myself up just fine.
Said, whoa.
Look, Maya said,
Hey,
said,
though, Maya, when
nah,
you
you
get
ain't
that
gonna
muscle
catch me,
failure,
bitch.
Maya, when you get that muscle failure, I'm
I
gonna
ain't
be right
never
there.
had muscle failure ever. Muscle
Hold
fatigue,
on.
yes. Muscle
No, you
failure,
super
no.
soldier.
Don't help me.
I don't do pull-ups.
You caught
I
her with
can't-
your face,
Oh,
Brandon?
you don't do pull-ups?
I hate
I do
pull-ups.
I'll spot
I
you.
hate
I'll spot
pull-ups.
you.
I'll run before I
Said
do
I spot
pull-ups.
you.
I would rather run a 4 mile before I do any pull-ups. I do not like pull-ups.
Hey, listen, all you need is a good spotter and you'll be good. That's it.
My spotter was grabbing me under my ass. I ain't like
What's
that
going
shit.
on?
He's squaring you away.
Hey,
That's
what
all.
I'm gonna do.
I don't know what we're talking about. I think we're talking about titties.
I
Pull
think
up.
And
Yeah,
ass.
I
We
don't
know.
talking
We
about
moved that.
titties and
Pull
ass.
up in the back of the
I
leg.
think we moved that.
Titties
Yeah,
and pull-ups.
We moved to ass.
I think we moved that.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
moved to ass.
Yeah, I think we're on ass right now.
That's in titty.
What's the
Look, he
question about?
said, how many pull-ups have I helped with?
I
Hold
don't
on.
know. I don't know what the question is. I don't remember how we got
next
here,
subject.
but we just here.
Okay.
Are we ready for the
All
next
right.
one?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
guess.
What are y'all thoughts?
Who is that?
Oh man, god damn.
Damn.
That's that
Hey,
nigga.
what are
that
really
said,
the
I don't
thoughts? Are you
really care.
asking us? Wait, are you
Oh.
asking us our thoughts on whether his girlfriend posting their location had a factor in
What are
him
your thoughts,
dying?
period? What are your
That's
thoughts, period?
I didn't know
who
him
that
till
is.
yesterday.
Hey, listen,
I think that's the.
I've been seeing people say it was the girlfriend's fault. I've been seeing
I
people
don't
say
think
it
so.
wasn't.
Hold
I
on,
don't
hold
think
on.
it was. I don't think it's her fault.
Hey, hold up.
Otherwise.
Hey, y'all, hold up. Half of us don't know who he is. That's the
Yeah,
rapper.
I didn't know
I don't
who
know
he was.
exactly who
I
he
didn't know
is,
who he
but
was until.
But I do
All right,
know.
so he's PNB Rock. He's a rapper. He did a couple songs. He ain't
Okay, why
really
don't we
as
just
huge,
switch the
but he's
topics?
known enough. He did collaborations with Kodak Black and everything.
Yeah,
And he
selfish.
basically got gunned
Not
down
gonna
and
make
robbed.
anybody have an opinion on him
They-
dying. Craig.
They said he
Yeah,
almost got
I
robbed 2 weeks prior, so it would make
Oh,
sense why she
so-
shouldn't post.
So this is what happened. People just talking about a whole bunch of other shit. This is some rapper, okay? Big or not, a lot of people, I ain't know who he was.
I didn't.
He's a rapper. They said his girl posted their location. Soon after that, he got killed. People are saying it was the girlfriend's fault. Some people are saying it wasn't. So that's the story. All the other shit people talk about, that people are talking about, don't have nothing to do with anything. That's the story.
Set him up.
Hold
That's the
on,
story.
though.
That sound like a. I don't know
Spencer.
her.
So this is the thing with
It's really
this
an
whole
appropriate
situation,
topic to be talking about.
He did an interview. He did an interview where he was talking about how they previously ran up on him in LA. He also did another interview outside of it where he spoke about his girlfriend posting their location and that it bothered him. But the thing that I don't like, he's a black man that got gunned down, a rapper. They recorded the video of him taking his last dying breath, and it was really, really sad. They're blaming the girlfriend, but they don't even know if she set him up or not, saying it was a setup because he could have walked in that chicken and waffles because it's known for, you know, people to hang out there and rob folks there. So it could have been a setup from somebody being in there or not. A lot of people are getting upset that people don't know who he is. And they're saying like, oh, y'all didn't know who he was. And y'all send up here your condolences. But my thing is every time this happens to a black man, yes, there are people upset.
You have to know who a nigga is to give
Exactly. They're like, all of a sudden y'all are fans. And my thing is, it's not about being a fan of him.
It's just giving condolences.
It's called Selfish. And one of his songs is called I'm Selfish. I want you all to myself. I care. You don't need nobody else. That was one of his songs. So that's his song. And so my thing
I hate that song.
Black people, when it happens to another black person, for me, it reminds, it's like PTSD because I hate stuff like that. Even if he lived that life, but at the end of the day, this man lost his life. They recorded him on video. It was y'all probably haven't seen the video. The video is so fucking sad. I'm a mother. I have 2 black boys. I can't imagine the internet having a video of my kids.
Didn't they say she had the video too? Like she posted a video or it was on her story. Like
no, and so this is the thing. This is another thing. She did not post the video. She posted their location, but they're making fake pages from this woman with fake text messages as if she set him up. She deleted her Instagram account after this happened. She deleted the tag video because she got so much hate mail and she's being attacked for doing that. And my thing is, if I'm out with my man or my woman, I post a video tagging them in it and they get killed, I'm gonna feel some type of way. So of course, you know, you don't know what they're dealing with or what they're going through. So she probably went back and deleted it because she felt some type of way. But now there's a fake Instagram account where people are trying to, you know, make it seem like it's her and it's not her. She done went dark because of all of the hate mail that she's getting. But at the end of the day, my biggest thing is this man lost his life the way that he lost his life, and that should not have been the case. So I just feel like people should mourn for him.
So two things, right? The first one is this: if you're dating a celebrity, male or female, don't matter. If you're dating a celebrity, why would you post where y'all at?
That's
like that,
what I wanted to understand.
That just don't make sense. Regardless,
that didn't make any sense to me.
Even if it ain't a rapper and there ain't no beef, why would you do that? That's a first of all. You post after the fact, right? Everybody knows that. That's basic security stuff, right? Yeah. So that's one, and then two. Somebody, I don't know who, because a lot of people were talking at once. Somebody said we shouldn't talk about them because they dead, but nobody had an issue talking about the Queen dying like a week ago.
Yeah.
So
I
I'm
curious.
I never posted about the Queen.
The Queen was also.
You're right. The second one, you're right. That is hypocritical to talk about. Don't talk about the dead. And last week, they were laughing at the Queen. So you are right about that. That is very hypocritical. But my thing isn't to take away from the blame of anything. I'm not saying it's her fault or nothing. I'm saying there could be different reasons why this happened. Yes, she posted the location. Yeah, that was dumb as hell. You right. We always post after. Like even when I go to the gym, I post, I went to the gym afterwards. So you are right about that. And the lifestyle that he lived. But
that's the part that bothers me. Not to cut you off, but what you just said, right? You don't post when you go places. Myself, I do. It's very rare when I post stuff. You can, if I post on a plane, I probably am already home from the trip. You know what I'm saying? If I post that type of thing, just because it's always been that way. But
okay, never mind.
We're nobodies, and I don't mean like that. Yeah, but we're not celebrities at all. You feel me? And this is a code that we live by as just regular civilians and citizens. You got celebrities, and how do you know?
He was in the street. He was in the street.
You know what I'm saying? How somebody can need to worry about their location and people knowing about it isn't. You guys realize?
But now the government involved, it is about perception. Right now, it's all like perception is reality. Like, why would you post that if he did an interview and said that it made him uncomfortable? I love you. I would not do that. You get what I'm saying? Like, if I know they're trying to rob you, I would not do that. So it's almost like your perception of the situation is like you rather people be so excited about you being with this rapper motherfucker in public. You're not even concerned about his safety.
And that's the thing.
And she just got her Instagram back.
They've been fucking with each other for a while. Like,
she had just got her Instagram back the day prior because he took it from her and changed her password. So literally the day prior to him dying, she had posted that they had went to a friend's wedding and things like that. So she had just got the password from him.
It seemed kind of suspect.
And so
it seemed like a setup.
But for me, like I didn't like the fact that he died like that and
video and stuff. Yeah.
But I don't.
I also feel like too.
My thing is he expressed that he didn't like the fact that she was doing that.
Yeah, that was.
I don't like. I feel like sometimes as women we listen, but we don't be listening. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was one of the times where she just was not listening. Like you don't feel like. Oh yeah. If my man said that, you right. Like I wouldn't tell nobody I'm in that city. Like I just don't understand the point in that. It's like you rather show off.
That's you.
That's
do
what I
understand
was saying.
The point.
Like
you just said the point. You got to show off. You got to let all your friends and everybody know that you
talking
to this nigga. Look where you at. This and that. That's women. Women want to be trying to show up the next bitch.
Joe, don't even start.
Probably because
you hush. Don't even start. It's not all women. Men do that too. They like to show out their men like to show off their shit.
Don't tell her to be quiet because it's freaking true. This woman has been with this man for several years. I'm pretty sure she's
not trying to show up the next bitch.
It has nothing to do with the fact that, bro, come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Like, damn,
Come
bitch,
on,
Your
just
bro.
take your
argument is
food.
seriously
Just
eat your
invalid.
food.
Like
You
it's
could have
not
took a
just
pic and
women.
But you
posted that.
know,
I haven't even
He
taken a
didn't
shot
say it
yet.
was just
but
women. He
Joe,
never
you
said
gotta
that.
admit it's more of a female thing.
It's
Yeah,
more
To
of a
show
you're
off.
right. It's more of a
I've
but
had
female
then
thing,
neither
but
several
we're not
men
nobody
gonna
take
sit here
pictures
and
of
say
me
it's
while I'm
just
sleeping
females.
or
nobody
while
said
I'm
the
not
words
looking,
just
just to say that they're
female.
with me.
We're just
Spencer said
saying
it was
the
a female
majority
thing.
of the
Females
people
do
who
that
do
all the
that.
time.
That means it's more of a female
Not
thing.
true.
What do you
There are
mean? That
very
doesn't mean
sassy
just
men
females
out
do
here
it.
just because y'all are
I just
just
said
because
that.
of the
Mimi
how many
said
men is on
women
there?
do it, and
1,
then you
2,
said, yeah.
3,
Saying the same
4,
thing.
5. There's 5 men
She
on here
wasn't
that cannot
listening.
be
Point
sassy,
blank,
but
period.
the
And had
ones
he
that
got
I've
shot and
done,
survived, he wouldn't even be fucking with her no more
Because they
because
be
she
too
did not
busy.
listen to his
They too busy.
concerns and his
Yo,
comments
it's like
and his
several
complaints.
conversations going on at once.
They too busy
What?
talking to listen. They'll just keep talking while other people are talking. They don't care.
I'm
But
just saying,
Nia going
That's
in
how they
right
You
now.
talking to
I
me
think
or
I'm the
you
only one
talking
that
to
can hear
somebody
it.
else? Who the fuck you talking to?
I'm sorry.
Direct it
Well,
to
it
me.
says y'all gonna say my name. I need
Oh,
everybody to stop
we
talking so I
can
can
God.
direct it to
Oh,
somebody. Are you
I'm
talking to
saying.
me or are you talking to somebody else in the chat?
That's what I come
The
for.
what? I'm talking
I
about
said,
the.
you talking to me or you
What was
talking to somebody
said?
else in the chat? Direct it to somebody.
I'm talking about the girl that got
I'm
this
sorry.
nigga shot.
Mimi
What the
Brown's
fuck are you
face is
talking
mean
about?
gold. Damn, it went away.
I'm talking about the girl that got this nigga shot, and you talking about you. I wasn't talking about you. I'm saying she be too busy talking.
I
while
just
you
needed
talking
to know
her.
who you were directing it to
See?
because I couldn't tell.
Hey,
Don't
well,
want the smoke.
I put it like
Tell.
I put it like this: if the shoe fits, put that motherfucker on and walk down the street. That's how I feel about it. If it don't apply to
All
you, it
right,
don't apply to
Disney
you.
writer, just calm down, relax. This is not Cinderella.
Who?
Chill out.
My thing is, my problem is that
Chill out.
Disney.
my thing is he just can't warn someone dying no more. I'm like, why does everything got to be controversial? I've seen more. She did this more than RIP. And they didn't even let
Exactly.
that
None of that matters at the end of the day. Somebody died.
Yeah, somebody died. Although you didn't know him, whatever the case.
This is somebody's brother, cousin, dad, uncle, sister.
No.
I mean, whatever you want to call it.
That's the same thing I
Like,
said last.
fuck off. And then, mind you, none of us are in their tax bracket, so why do we care?
Why do
Y'all
you
not paying for this
Listen,
man's
hold
$5,000
up.
casket?
Hold on. Why do
Like,
people always say that? And we literally
because
talk
this
about
is none of our
celebrities and
business.
shit all the time.
Why
Nia, you
care
never
if
talked
she
about a
set this
celebrity
man
or
up
nothing
or
like
not?
that.
Because some people are close to these.
I don't really get in
people
their
that
lives like this.
they
No,
We're
follow
not in
them.
their
They're
lives.
fans.
It's just
this
it's
is
news.
a personal matter.
Some people
Yeah.
are
Hold on,
fans.
hold on. I
Not
got
us
it.
in
I
their
got it.
People
lives.
die every
I'm
day,
gonna say something
Spencer. Like
whenever.
she just said,
Like
y'all was making fun of the queen, but y'all over here offended by him. People die every day, babe. Like,
Hold on. Let me get in real quick, and then
That's
I'll
what
be
happened
done.
to my fucking CrossFitters. I'm lose my motherfucking mind.
So I used to be real emotionless with celebrities until certain ones that I relate to are Nipsey Hussle is a big one for me. Kobe Bryant, and then when Chadwick Boseman, like these three in a row.
That made me cry.
Dude, I cried for all three, especially
I cried
Nipsey,
with Chadwick Boseman.
with Nipsey, because the shit he spoke outside the rap, what he spoke as a man, you know, that shit was dope. So I used to be like, I don't relate to celebrities because I'm just, who am I? I'm a nobody. I ain't no fucking rich person.
You outside their tax bracket, you can't talk
Yeah,
about it.
but then it's just like,
okay,
hold on, let me finish before you jump in. Because it's like, and then because I'm older, that's the thing though, and it's like with Nip, he the same. He's a Leo, so I relate to a lot of stuff he did. I cried for like 2 days. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna front. I got a tattoo and everything. But it's just like when you go through life, it's certain people like celebrities that get you through shit because it's something you relate to. Like with Kobe, with the Mamba mentality. I use that shit in the army. You can call it corny, but I don't give a fuck. But it's like I used to be that same way, be like, I don't give a fuck about celebrities dying. But when it's certain ones, when they hit close to home, it hits different. And then it's like I've had a lot of family members die when I was young. I've been in Iraq. I had people die. So everybody takes death different. But it's just like I used to be that way where I'd be like, oh, I don't care about these motherfuckers because they celebrities. But at the end of the day, it's a person. It's a human being. And any loss of life is just like that shit hit. So even though this buddy we're talking about now, I don't know him. It's just the fact that he's gone. And it's still kind of like, you know, what the fuck. So that's
okay. While you are right.
You said what?
I agree with all of that, but I'm not saying I don't give a fuck about celebrities dying. I'm saying just at the end of the day, what do our opinions matter on whether he got set up by his girlfriend or whether he was at a chicken and waffles and got robbed like everybody on the street every day? I'm not saying that it doesn't matter that he died. I'm just saying like for y'all to feel this strongly and to be making all these conclusions about stuff that the police haven't even gotten to is just beyond me. It's the same thing when they thought that girl died in that hotel room and the whole Facebook was trying to solve her murder.
Right. Like, did they take anything when they shot him or they just killed him?
Who knows?
I wasn't there, so I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't even know who he was.
Oh,
so.
I ain't
but
I mean, I wasn't there.
The story I heard was that I guess he had been robbed before or attempted to rob before, so I guess maybe he thought the same thing was happening. They pulled up on, they asked so they were trying to rob him. He said no, and
because when they robbed Extension, they took all his shit. You hear me?
Yeah. And they put a hole in his ass.
They took all. That's why I was like, "Are you sure it was a robbery?" Or I think that's why people say it's on the setup, because when they get robbed and killed, they take that shit. You see what I'm saying?
But here's another thing with celebrities, because I'm a young Dolph fan.
I love Dolph.
But the thing though, I think they want to keep it too real when they keep going back to their hoods.
Yeah.
And then they get put in these situations. Like me being from Oklahoma, I hate going home. I hate going home with a passion because I know where I came from. And I'm just like, I don't want to go back to that. So sometimes celebrities be trying to keep it too gangster and shit. And they go back and they get put in situations.
They be trying to show homage.
I know.
Because people talk shit when people leave home and don't come back.
You always say like, LA is so dangerous for them rappers. Like, niggas always try to rob them out there in LA.
Pac died in LA. Shit.
So here's my thing on and this is just on, I think her name was Nia. I didn't catch the name. But
her
here's
name is Nia.
Okay, yeah, it was you. So I don't know who this rapper is. I never listened to his music or anything. So I don't have any opinion on the individual situation. However, currently all of us in here in a podcast, we here to talk about stuff. So I mean that's kind of what we do.
All right, Mitch.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's why we
you waited a good 15 minutes.
Why y'all talking about stuff?
I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. Like, are we complaining that we're talking about current events?
No, but he said how we feel.
We're not complaining that we're talking about current events. Exactly how we feel.
That's how I feel.
Mitchell.
I mean, you just don't have no remorse. There's nothing wrong with that.
No,
that's not it, Brandon.
That's not what she said. She just said,
well, you're saying that people can't feel about it. You're saying people can't. You're saying people can't give their how they feel
about something that, I mean, you should have feelings about it, but y'all got more feelings about it than y'all got people dying in your own neighborhood every day. Who gives a fuck? Y'all didn't know this man. That's all I'm saying. There are people dying, literally, people you knew from high school every day, and y'all post a rip poster about them, but y'all post a rip P&B Rock. This man don't know you.
But he chose to be famous. He chose to be a celebrity.
Okay,
like that's part of it. Is that
but your friend that you knew in high school
once you become played soccer with, like all of us right here,
in that car accident that he died in.
All of us right here. All I'm saying is all of us right here know that if any one of us became a celebrity, everybody gonna be in our business. I think all of us know that.
And
is that fair?
Mitch,
is that fair? Yeah.
I think this is a way that regular people use to justify themselves being in celebrities' business, because at the end of the day.
But but Nia, I
just don't relate to anybody.
It's different for, like I said, for me, when I see
trying to call me, I don't relate to anybody. I'm heartless. That's
as a mother.
I don't know. Like, yeah, you kind of ruthless over there.
It could be anybody, and I just don't like it.
Brandon, you were on my side last time.
I know last week, right?
So to be clear, like what you're saying about what's his name, P&B Rock, was that his name? What you're saying about this situation is literally mirroring what I was saying last week about the Queen. I was like, I think it's messy to talk about people who just died. Like that was my yesterday when we were talking about, or last week when we were talking. So like I completely actually agree with what you're saying, but at the same time, like it's a podcast. That's what we do, is talk about the shit that's going on.
But this is what we're saying though. It's 2022, so we have a lot of opinions, and everyone's gonna just say what they want to say. But what we're saying is, it's sad that you can't just mourn him. Like when all the rappers died, it was RIP, RIP. Wasn't nobody talking about we think the auntie did it, and it's like, can we just RIP and mourn and let CSI do the rest? Like we'll figure it out.
I think we've been waiting on the Queen to die for about 10 years though, sis. I don't think
she was a freaking colonizer. She was a colonizer. Her and her family had a fucking good ass fist in the freaking what was
they had all the organs. Shit, she lived to be damn near 100.
Don't nobody miss the queen. Don't nobody.
Nobody.
Mitch, tell him what you said. Chris Rock said.
I'm waiting on Jerry Jones to die.
Anybody's death, it was hers.
Put that black girl over there. Shit. Put that black girl where she needs to be. Fuck out here. Bye. Bye.
Oh shit.
Bye.
Yo, I hate Jerry Jones, man. I don't like to say that word.
I just don't like the Cowboys in general. So.
Oh, I hate the Cowboys.
I don't wish.
Look, we're not gonna do this cowboy slander. Like, let's not do that.
I don't wish. No, you know what I'm saying.
We're not talking about football. We talking about
like the queen.
Hey, wait, we talking about
the queen and her family had a whole hand in the freaking slave trade, bro. The Atlantic slave trade. They had the things all over
those diamonds
like
and shit. They trying to get those diamonds to get sent back to Africa.
You said
the one they sold
I
Africa, I think India.
Yeah, that's
You
why.
said
Hold on. I got a point to make. Right? We're talking about the queen, how she stole shit, right? Well, Miss Mimi Brown had enjoyed.
No,
Black
that's what I
Panther.
read. I'm not saying they.
If you had enjoyed Black Panther, Killmonger was taking the artifacts back. Did you even pay attention?
Taking them back to where? America?
No, she wasn't. She wasn't paying attention to that part of the movie.
No, I wasn't.
She was so
That was the whole part of
white
the
man
movie.
wasn't the enemy the whole movie. I thought that white guy was gonna be the enemy the whole fucking movie.
Killmonger,
right?
Was like, yes.
You could have been Team Killmonger.
Insert themselves in stuff that has nothing to do with them.
I didn't like the fact that the
And
black guy, that his family
run with
was
it.
issue.
That's what they do.
I ain't like the fact that. I ain't like that.
You didn't.
The longer you started to talk about this movie,
You didn't even send you a comic book.
Watch the movie.
I don't think I saw it.
I'm gonna bring up damn Black Panther. I'm
Is
gonna go
it
watch
right
that
there?
second shit. This I come over here and talk shit.
It sound
You're
like
gonna have to catch this man, bro. You're gonna have to fight, guys.
The next topic.
Next topic.
Mimi out here perpetrating.
Yeah.
I'm not.
They talking to black.
It sound like you
They
ain't
don't like
like
Black
all
Panther.
for black people, but I'm a nerd. I'm a little bit of a nerd. I just like.
No, madam. You're not a nerd if you don't like
No,
Black
you're not.
Panther.
No,
I said a little bit. I said a
Not at all,
I said
madam.
now that shit is nasty. The 2000 people, that's OD. She ain't need to tell nobody that shit.
2000, shit.
She ain't tell nobody that
Why?
shit.
That's
She
a
should have told
lot.
nobody that. What you tell people that for?
Champion.
But I
ain't like that shit. That shit wasn't cute.
That's a lot.
That's too many motherfucking people.
I've been with a lot of women though, so I can't.
But I know it ain't 2000.
It ain't
don't know that.
But
What Maya be doing?
2,000 people.
Hey, Maya be running through them hoes.
It's high.
Maya be running through them hoes. You don't
It's
know
high.
why.
You running Clevin G.
It's high. I'm not
Body
gonna
count for me. It never
one-
mattered.
I fuck with it. Hey,
She said
Body
one
count.
person a day for 3 years. You do the
I can't
math.
even remember where my body count is, but I mean,
2,000.
it ain't no
So
2000.
Mimi.
2000
Ain't no
though.
2000.
So Mimi,
I think
Mimi.
you can't pick and choose. You can't say, oh, our body, women, our body, it's our body, and then be like, oh, she nasty for doing what she did with her.
I didn't say
That's
always
a good
about-
point.
I just said that's a lot
It's
of
always
body.
double-
Very good point, Layla. Mimi, so does body count matter to you?
I didn't say nothing about her body count. I just said she ain't have to tell everybody all that.
I know,
My
but
mom
I'm
always
just
said
I'm asking you a question though. Does body count matter to you?
to me, it's her.
Yeah, you can only speak for you. Yeah, to you.
She don't want to say it.
It don't matter to her.
I done slept with a lot of male whores, so I can't really say that. I can't say body count matter. I'm just saying
male
that some
whore.
is just
You
better.
You know
less
what though?
than
You know what though?
If you
Most
smoke
male
over
whores,
2,000 pieces of
male
crack,
whores couldn't compare with the average girl.
yeah, crackhead, right?
Average, not hot girl. Most male whores couldn't compare because girls can have sex whenever they want. They just have to say yes.
Yeah.
Like
I'm not
that
a
male
hot
whore.
girl, so I don't.
He
I
has
don't
to
know.
work his ass
I need a hot
off. He has
girl.
to spend his money. He got to do all kinds of stuff.
If
to
I
have
mean,
sex.
shit, why we can't leave some shit to imagination? 2000. Why the fuck you got to tell everybody all that?
So you,
This is not-
so your problem isn't that that's the number. Your problem is that she shared it.
Yeah,
that was because of how she said it. When they asked her, she said, "Shit, I don't know about 2000." Like,
Yeah,
damn,
she probably
no.
ain't kept count. She's saying she fucks a lot.
But why tell everybody? You just can't say, "I just don't know." Because
I
I
know,
guarantee you,
You know what?
she just
Because
guessed.
women lie about their body counts all
But why
the time.
she say
Big
that?
facts. Big
Maybe
facts.
She
that's
said it to
the
stay
real.
relevant.
She
That's
don't
why
know
she said
why.
it. She said it to stay relevant. And
No,
people
she
talk
might have
about
said
her.
it because it might have been the truth.
Yeah,
I don't think it's true.
She didn't want to lie about it. She just didn't want to lie about it.
Don't care. Some women do not care.
I don't think it's true. I think she was lying. That's just my personal preference.
I think she done went through 2,000.
Because
I
if
don't
she's
know.
selling it,
I can't.
Look at her. She looked like she probably fucking.
Mimi, I be honest.
Look at her.
I be
She look like
honest
she be
about
fucking.
my shit, and I've always told women. I've always been honest with men. It's not, but with women, my body count, I don't even know. It's high. I was a slut with women. I was a fucking slut.
Oh my
And
God.
I admit it. It was so nasty. I was so disgusting. I tell people all the time. I went to therapy about it because I was so reckless. I was reckless, Mimi. I wasn't protecting myself. And I was getting off at the fact that I was turning out women that were straight. And at the time I was trying to appease men because they were talking about body counts. And I was like, yo, I could turn her out, I could do this, I could do that. And I literally did that. And it was disgusting. It took me to get older and realize like, this shit is not, this isn't it. But by that time I done ran through a million women. I done had orgies. I fucked my NCO's wives. Damn.
Hey, I'm gonna clip this. This is gonna be the beginning of the video. I'm gonna clip that part.
Hey, there you go. Hey,
I don't know, man. I'm not. I'm just. I like the fuck, but not that bad. So I can't really speak on it. You know what I'm saying? That's her business. I just feel like that was like you ain't have to say all that. And the way she said it,
I mean, she just being
like.
Why
do you think she's just being honest? Do you think she's just genuinely being transparent?
I don't know if she's being transparent.
The truth hurts today in
society. I know a lot of bitches that lie. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a lot of bitches. They lie on their pussy to make themselves seem like they got it like that, and they don't. Now I've seen that, so that's why I said I don't know. I don't know the bitch personally.
Well, no, that's not hard to believe though, because she's even decent looking. It's enough. Like there's a lot of guys who would smash you right now if you call them right now.
But so
I'm saying it don't take a lot. Like all you gotta do is say yes. You got a whole pool.
And she probably was having one night stands, Mimi. Like real talk.
Definitely.
She probably was.
I like to fuck, you know, who I'm fucking for a minute.
So you know,
That's why I said I can't speak on it because I like to stay consistent. Like I want you for a while. You know what I'm saying?
Cool,
like
but
I like
Gene Simmons from Kiss. He said that he had been with 1,000 women or whatever, right? And they asked him how he knew, and he was like, well, we've toured for this many years, and I've literally had sex every single time we've done a concert. So I know for a fact that I've been with at least one woman every single time we've toured, like every time I've sang a song. You know what I'm saying? So, and this is Kiss from the 70s all the way to now. You know, and he ended up marrying Shannon Tweed, who's a porn star, right? But he's like, when they were asking him, and this was like 10, 20 years ago, when they were asking him though, it was like, it made sense. If every time she goes and does a concert, she gets laid that night, she probably got to, and half
she could have been tricking.
It might be with more than one person. It might be with more than one person, right? So
I can't judge. I can't. That's too many.
You think Genuine don't have 2,000 chicks stacked up over all the years of touring?
You seen that move he did? He lifted up. You know,
do the move.
But you know what I'm saying?
I ain't seen it.
All I'm saying is years and years of touring, and you know they're gonna fuck every time they do a concert. So over all these years, Genuine came out when I was like 13. If you really think about that, that's 25 plus years.
You know what, Mitch? You a real OG.
No, just be real.
You a real OG. I think shit. I was already.
I just turned 40. Y'all gonna stop calling me old.
Damn, you old, man. God damn.
Shut up, Brady. You like 3 months younger than me.
I don't judge nobody for what they do, but you know, I wouldn't fuck them. That's just me.
But most guys would though. You saw Brandon put in there, hey, I'll be number 2001. Like, yo, most guys would. That's the thing.
I don't disagree, and I don't. Man, she can suck all the dicks that I'm not gonna suck. That's good for you, man. Shit.
Got experience point. So many people, like that's a group of people. I respect the honesty, but that's a group of people.
Let them know. Let them know.
Hello, Melody. About her,
look at Team Nose Ring.
and I'll do what I want to with mine. So more power to her. Making fucking 2,000 niggas or bitches or whatever she did, you know, makes her happy. More power to you. Fuck 2,000 more. Hell, I don't give a fuck. It ain't got shit to do with me. But personally, 2,000.
Fuck no. 2,000.
Wow. But again, though, 2,000 sounds like one of two things. One, you literally fuck. Because if I fucked every single person who wanted to fuck me, I'd probably have a high body count too. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. But you don't fuck everybody that comes around necessarily. So again, with that being said, it sounds like one of two things. One, you fucked every nigga who showed you some interest, which is wild.
Every last one.
Which is wild, dude.
Women.
Or she did say women included too.
You said
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Probably those were customers, you know what I'm saying? But still,
that's why I think she got a lot of customers or something, because 2,000 is not a number that you just hear.
Right,
like that's cricket numbers.
There's no way in hell she fucked.
Here's the other thing, though. Here's the other thing. If like most men, like we're taught as younglings, right, that men generally lie about their body count, they double it or triple it, and women usually reduce they divide by theirs into a third. So if a woman tells you she's been with 10, she's been with 30. Yeah, if a woman tells you she's been with 10, she's been with 30. And if a guy tells you he's been with 15, he's been with 5. Like that's generally how it is, because it's a lot harder for guys to have sex. It's a lot harder for guys to have sex.
I don't know. Maybe subtract 5. I don't know about divide.
Hold on. You say it's hold on, Mitch. Hold on, Mitch. You say it's harder for guys to have sex.
You
say it's harder for men to have sex?
For sure.
It is.
No.
For sure.
No, it's
yes,
not.
It is.
Yes, it is.
You
can literally. It's not.
You can say
not
right
the men
now,
that I know.
At this moment, right now, while we are on this podcast right now, you could call any dude you know and tell him you trying to get in, and he'll come over right now. I know
plenty of dudes. I know plenty of men right now I can call right now and they would come over.
Absolutely.
It's not men out there.
As many women
numbers, I can definitely get people to come through.
Listen. Most men cannot do that. Almost all women can. That's the point. There are some guys who got it like that, but most do not. The vast majority do not.
It's a lot of guys that got it like that, and I know them. Like they don't. The guys who have a good percentage are niggas with money.
Pause.
No, niggas that eat ass.
You don't got
that eat ass.
Guys who got a good percentage of the niggas that actually go out and look for.
It ain't got nothing to do with money. It got everything to do with money.
It has everything to do with money. I just seen a comment today says, I'm not replying unless you DM me some money or some shit like that. That's you gotta pay a bill now to talk to a woman.
Talk about her.
For a woman to reply, you gotta pay a bill now. That's
some bullshit. Them bitches can't feel their coochie.
That's most women today.
Cannot feel their coochie. Let them know, they can't feel their coochie. That's the only reason why they want money, because they can't feel it. You get what I'm saying? So you know that he fuck good. His money, what he can provide is not really an issue.
Right.
If you know he can fuck good.
No.
You don't know, of course you
what he can provide is not really an issue. And I see all these 50-50 comments. If you broke, just say that you're gonna pay all my bills and take care of me and my kids. Women are saying that all the time.
I don't say that shit because I can take care of my own. So I don't know.
Hey, let Maya speak. Say what you say.
No. So Mitch just said something that made sense. He said it's not about the looks. It's about men have to work for sex. Women just have to say yes. And I agree. I agree with Mitch, because y'all said something last week about men just being our friends just for the opportunity.
Yeah.
So you know what, Mitch? I agree. But for me, I just feel like y'all not. I ain't hitting on no men on this panel. Y'all not no ugly dudes. And I feel like with my friends, I see what they get in the inboxes. Even when Spence showed his fucking stories, it's like women put themselves out there. So I feel like if y'all were to be like, "Hey, what's up? Can I?" They would say yes. And so it's that easy.
But for every Spence that you know, there's 100 dudes that don't get play.
I know a lot of Spencers though.
Like I've known Spencer for 12 years, something like that, and I have seen this man's snaps and of what are we gonna call it? I've seen years of this history. We'll just say
exactly.
And I'm telling you that I know a lot of guys that people ain't kicking it like that for the most part.
I don't
Also,
know anything.
most men are shy. Here's the statistic most people don't want to admit. Most men between the age of 17 and 30 still virgins. Like a lot of people don't realize that because the men that y'all fuck with tend to be the same dudes with that same player thought process. And that's why a lot of women think all men are the same. No, they're not. It's just you guys keep fucking with the same 10% of men. Like the other 90% of men.
Because they be eating ass.
Somebody eat this girl ass because that's how she keeps saying.
Nah, like y'all got to think about it. Most of y'all won't go on a date
I
unless
don't know what else to say. It's
right?
true. What you're saying, Mitch, is very true because I know a couple bitches I can hit up and we done slept with the same men and got the same type of stories, but it's a lot more of them than I feel like we count for because but that's just my
most
personal.
guys are afraid of women.
Look,
like
it's
most
simple.
I think it's
like
simple mathematics.
They're afraid of being rejected. They got rejected one time, or maybe they friend zone with somebody who they just waiting for like they're not pursuing nobody else because they friend zone with this person. They don't want to mess with. I see so much. It's so much. It's stupid. Like y'all understand.
Look,
so
what Mitch is saying is absolute facts. Any of y'all can text anybody and they will come if they're physically able to. And if they'll make a way, even if they got kids, the niggas is gonna try to make a way if they know they about to fuck. They gonna make a way.
Give me 15 minutes. Let me
like
figure it out.
Or they just
like
can't
your
for
baby.
some
I had a
reason.
nigga buy my baby a TV. He said, "Hold on, your baby needs a TV."
Like, listen, like Brittany, she got niggas buying her kids fucking
the baby need a
wrestling
TV.
tickets and all types of shit. If any of y'all say
they might get to Disney, but you get no.
Exactly. If any of y'all say come through, that nigga is gonna try his hardest to come through. He gonna try his hardest to come through.
They will buy DVDs for the kids and everything. Hold on, you need some Disney Plus. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Damn, y'all got it like that. I'm over here like
I don't
struggling
trust nobody
as I get older.
I don't fuck with nobody.
Joe, that's different. Joe, that's different.
Oh,
You decide to move to the desert. Just because you live in the fucking desert.
They would go buy your kids coloring books and crayons.
No, I'll buy your kids what they need. I'll buy your kids what they need.
I appreciate you.
I get them from Plano.
Hell no. I just want to record it. That's all I'm saying. All right, carry on, goddamn.
I think as I was younger, like Brandon said, as I get older, it gets harder to.
That shit, y'all don't have the energy.
I'm still 28.
No, when I was younger, I used to get them
Other
numbers like nothing. These days, it'd be hard just to go out to eat and have someone be like, "Yo, girl, what's up?"
Well, damn, let me shut up.
What
Nate,
that booty do?
was your best friend?
What?
Nate, didn't you say Xavier was your best friend? Talking about your best friend was the nanny.
No, he didn't pay for it.
Oh no, you definitely said that. I keep receipts. I remember you saying this.
I remember it too.
No, he had helped me with my son, but at this time, like, yeah, dude, I paid Zay and his girl to like be my child nanny when I would go on trips. Like.
So you was talking about Xavier, yeah. See,
but he ended up dating my friend, so it don't matter at this point. Like
he was trying to teach you though, and you knew it. You said that man up.
He failed every single time. So
that's my point. He had to work for it. He had to work for it, and it don't always come to fruition. That's the point. Like men work for it all the time. This man buying tickets to Disney and shit.
He got to buy a whole
like I'm saying, like don't always come to fruition.
Shit, just put some food in the refrigerator. What the fuck?
Don't always work. Yeah, that'll work for a hood rat. It don't work for everybody.
You know what? You made a point about them damn hood rats because
yeah, you can get them McDonald's.
They different. They different.
Hey, give me an extra slice of cheese,
So Brittany said something in the chat. I want to see if y'all agree with it. She said girls are starting to have sex earlier as well.
Yes, it's true. It's
earlier than when. Then when I was a kid,
girls and boys,
no, it's the same.
And boys.
I mean, I
when I was a kid, and I was born in '94.
I was a teenager in the 90s, and I think the 90s was the worst for teenage pregnancies. Like, I'm talking about 10, 11, 12-year-olds.
Damn,
the 90s were real bad. Like,
I had way more girls. I knew, like, I don't know, pregnancy. Well, fucking when I was like 13, I knew a couple girls that was doing it, but it wasn't a lot of them. You get what I'm saying? It was just a few.
Yeah,
and they was messing with older guys, like high school guys and stuff like that. But I don't know if I believe that all the way. I think they're doing the same sex shit earlier. I think that's what they're doing earlier because I think a lot of girls think, okay, well, if I'm bumping coochies, I'm not gonna catch nothing, but that's not true. You get what I'm saying? So
you mean like girl on girl shit?
Yeah, and the anal shit, I heard a rumor about some girls saying, oh, if you could do anal, you just won't get pregnant. So it's like kids are trying to tap into shit where they're not getting pregnant or they're not, basically they're not getting pregnant. That's basically what they're doing. I will say the homosexuality and the anal and the head shit is starting earlier than it did when I was a kid. But in terms of like just fucking and getting pregnant or fucking a man and you accidentally getting pregnant, that it's not as common with girls under the age of 18 as it was once before.
Yeah,
it's far more common for girls in their 30s to accidentally get pregnant than it is in their 18 and between the ages of 22 and motherfucking 17. Girl, it's 35-year-olds that I accidentally, bitch, how you accidentally get pregnant? You 35. Ain't no such thing.
I didn't know I was pregnant. I'm 3 months pregnant. I didn't know.
You said I thought I took my pill this morning.
I thought I couldn't get pregnant because I ain't been pregnant about 15 years. Bitch, you still get a period. What you mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I do a lot of tarot readings and I read a lot of girls, and I'm just being real with you. Girls over 30 are a little bit more crazy on the slow side with that shit than the girls under 30. The girls under 30 like, no, I ain't trying to get pregnant. Girls over 30, they be wanting to get pregnant. They be wanting, they be slipping up far more.
Yeah.
That's just what I've seen. I can't speak for everybody else, but ain't no that's what I've seen. I need another drink.
Everybody on here drinking.
Well, somebody said liquor and somebody said weed, and I had already had my bottle. So
I'm trying to get lit like you. Sure. Where you stay?
In Georgia.
Right.
In Georgia.
So, I don't know if y'all read this when I sent it to the chat. I see a lot of women on here with that same thought process, basically trying to punish the father for wanting a DNA test.
That's crazy.
Only hoes think like that.
That's wild.
So has anyone ever had?
Only hoes get offended. That's my.
Has anybody what?
Ever had to
get a DNA test for child support?
Only hoes get offended.
I did.
That's my opinion.
So I have a little story.
I got one too.
Yeah, I have a little story. I used to live in El Paso before I joined the military. I had sex with this chick one time. She got pregnant. Before I joined, she was saying the kid wasn't mine. I joined the Army. I went to basic, went to AIT. Then I got stationed in Savannah. She started telling me that the kid was mine. I was sending her money. I was even going out I had to choose between seeing my daughter Camille or seeing who I thought was my son. Sometimes my daughter's mom would get mad and shit like that because I'm not going to see my daughter and all that.
I heard about that little boy. I ain't gonna say nothing else.
So then one of my NCOs, she asked me, did I get y'all remember White, Prathia, Brandon, Stanley, Mitch? Y'all remember White?
Who?
In S6, White, Prathia White. She was a black chick. Yeah. She was black. She was in S6.
I remember.
But anyway, she told me to stop sending her money because I didn't get the DNA test, but I kept sending money. And then at a certain point, I stopped. She started talking bad about me. She was telling everybody I was a deadbeat. I never did anything for the child, all this shit. I was married to my daughter's mom. She got stationed at Bliss. I was in the Married Army Couples program. So then I got orders to Bliss. So I went back to El Paso, and as soon as I got there, she tried to put me on child support. They had to do the proof of paternity. We took the DNA test. The child wasn't mine. Even till this day, people still call me her baby daddy.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I heard
all that money that I spent and gave to her,
that shit gone.
It's gone. It's gone. I think DNA tests are real necessary. I was dumb, just believing. Yeah, I was young, and she was like, "Oh, it's your baby."
Young and naive. That's what it was.
I was
heard that story. Somebody else told me that story about him, and I was like, "He ain't never mentioned no little boy." And I was like, "Bitch, I feel like you lying." You know what I'm saying? Because why would somebody who takes care of their daughter deny they other?
Well, wait, with a boy is different for us because you know we all want sons.
You want the little boy.
Yeah. My first marriage, same shit, same similar. The little boy, we was in Korea together, and then I thought I got her pregnant, but the first week she was there, she hooked up with some dude. I met her like week 2, so we thought it was me, and we ended up getting married. All this shit. And this little boy, I was raising her, and then what hurt when I took him home and my dad met him, and it was just, he was like, man, that ain't you. And I was like, oh shit, because I was naive as fuck. And then I ended up finally getting a fucking blood test and shit. I still got that shit in the room in the safe, but 0%. Yo, that shit, I was like, God damn, 0. Like it ain't no in between. But
I need some friends to beat them bitches up because I wish the fuck somebody would try my brother like that because them bitches be knowing that they
be knowing.
Father.
Cause then when I brought it up,
and that shit
when I brought it up, this hoe knew where the nigga was at. He was at Benning because I was in Savannah and she got out the army and came to Savannah. And then I approached her, but I was like, yo, what the fuck? And she was like, yeah, I know where the dad at. I'm like, God damn, like, but
so she was
she
always knew.
I don't like that shit, and I don't like when women do that shit because you see too many men heartbroken when they get them results after they already, you know, gave so much and did so much and put their heart into a child that's not theirs. And then somebody, I think I seen a post where this dude posted and some bitches in the comments about, but that's still your child. Bitch, no the fuck it's not. And if he decides that that's his child, that's his business. But you don't tell him to take care of a fucking baby that he was basically played into taking care of. You know what I'm saying? That's not, if I was a man, I would definitely feel some type of way. And both of my kids' fathers, like, they know they know that them is they fucking kids. And if they ever had a question, bitch, we will go get a DNA test, whatever the fuck you feel like, because I understand how many men are being set up like that. That's not a negative thing to ask for a test. It's negative to sit there and say, it's negative for women to say, oh, I'm not doing it because you don't trust me. No, bitch, put your ego to the side for 2.5 seconds and think about how many men get set up. If you feel like that deep, that bad, that you offended, just don't fuck with him no more after that. But to try to discredit him.
A nigga could never know. The bitches know who they fucking, the men don't. Yeah, we know who fucked you, but we don't know who else you fucking. So just because you say that, like my dumb ass, and even though I knew you said this, the nigga wasn't mine before I joined the army. Now all of a sudden he is, and my dumb ass still, okay, and I'm just dishing out money every time I get paid. Money I ain't gonna never see again. Money I ain't never saw again.
But you know,
I don't understand how you can try to punish a man because he wants a DNA test. Just because he got the DNA test, and even if it is his, now you putting him on child support.
It should be
I don't think that's fair because at the end of the day, like a nigga can never know.
I think it should be a requirement, especially if you aren't married. I feel like there's nothing wrong with a fucking requirement. It's too many days on birth certificates that they shouldn't fucking be on. I don't side with bitches on that. Y'all bitches is trifling for that because if the shoe was on the other foot, you would be fucking mad. So no.
Hey, you know they do that. They do that in Japan. You gotta get a blood test and shit.
Yeah, I think it should be a fucking requirement. The same way they took away abortions, but they're not making DNA tests a requirement. No, DNA tests need to be a requirement. Y'all taking away abortions. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we need to know who these, and then it's too many of us that don't even know who all our siblings are. I'm one of them. You get what I'm saying? So no, DNA test, please, please and thank you.
So Spencer said his perspective, like the male being the one that had to get the DNA test when, like you said, the woman's the one who know who they slept with. And I was in a situation where I had a boyfriend at a time and I did some stupid shit. I ain't no cheater though. And I had sex with this dude and I had to make the decision once I found out I was pregnant.
Wait.
I could have lied to my boyfriend and been like, this your baby, or tell him, look, I had slept on you. This could be your baby or it could be said person's baby, right? And I did tell him this is probably not your baby, and the DNA test was already no questions asked, like that was gonna happen. And I was never mad at him for asking for that, like that was just gonna happen. DNA test came back, it wasn't his. Saddest shit in my life, but I would never be mad. I think it's trifling that bitches be trying to act like, oh, why you want a pregnancy test or DNA test? Like even dudes, I think it's trifling when dudes be like, give it, like I don't know, it's just I think
I want to hear it. You think it's trifling? You think it's trifling?
Yeah.
What?
I mean, because I agree with I don't know who said it, but like when girls get all mad, like what you need a DNA test for? I definitely, especially if you're not exclusive, it'd be different. Like I think it's a little weird if you're married, if you're not trusting your partner and you asking for a DNA test and you're married, that's a little weird. At that point, you need to reevaluate your marriage. But like, if you
so because y'all are married, he still can't ask for a DNA.
No, but at that point, It's weird. If you're married,
it's really not, because you never know, and you don't know. You don't know the bitch's intentions.
But if you know she
and she could be cheating for real. Even if y'all have y'all shit perfect to him, you could still be doing shit behind.
But you guys can get DNA
would never
tests
know
without the permission of a mama, though. You don't need our permission to get a DNA. You can just swab the inside of that baby.
Yeah, you just swab.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of just like
you can be discreet.
All right, but y'all think
sneak and do it is better.
That's cool though. Like we should.
I don't give a damn. Okay. I wish the fuck they would. Go ahead, please. Go take both of them damn churn.
I got a question though.
What happened?
Oh,
I got a question
DNA
though.
testing,
hey, so check this out though. So if let's say 3 years pass or whatever, you get a DNA test, find out the kid ain't yours or the kid ain't his, should the woman be held financially liable for those 3 years?
Yes, because she lied.
Now your ass on child support. I need that same goddamn
and any female that's the opposite of a hoe.
No, like dudes be selling
bitch, you a hoe, because ain't no way. Like if I'm spending $300 a month helping you take care of a motherfucking baby and it ain't mine, bitch, I want all 12, 6, 4, 5 years of that goddamn money.
I need that child support order on you. That garnishment. That's the word I was looking for. Give me that garnishment, bitch.
Don't do that.
Check it out though. When I was on child support, I was paying $1,600 a month. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Damn.
So I had to fight to get my kids in my house because that shit was killing me.
God damn. Mitch, you know what's crazy? I don't speak for everybody. I'm only speaking for my youngest, because y'all know about my oldest. I ain't gonna relive that. But with my youngest, I feel like I just wanted his presence. I'm not big about money, but we could come to an agreement and I would write it out where all he has to do is pay for daycare, $400 a month. I do not want to fill your pockets. I don't want anything from you. I just want you to have a relationship with your son so he knows, because I think that is the most important thing about the parent, the boy and father relationship. And this man cheated on me and did what he did. I told y'all what he did. So for me, that's the only thing. And it sucks because I see men like yourself, well, I'm assuming, that want to be present, but because the ex has such a bitter heart or hatred, they put you on child support, when I feel like an agreement could be made out, because honestly, a lot of women that put men on child support do not use that money for the fucking child. And I do not like shit like that. That's the problem.
I'm gonna clip that part for the beginning. Never mind.
To put the money in
that's a better one.
You could just go to
that's
the
a better one.
And just pay the daycare. But it seemed like the men who get the women like me and you, they don't value.
They don't
gotta put no money in my hand.
My ex
go straight to the daycare and pay the daycare.
My ex don't even, and I don't, and you know what? At the end of the day, I get a lot of slack for people saying, "Why don't you put him on child support?" I have my reasons. I get that I get talked to all the time about why not do it. Are you gonna wait until later and things like that? At the end of the day, the most important thing is my kids. And it sucks because I have to be the one to deal with that, but it's not about the money. It's about the relationship. And I don't want to have to come for him for his money, but any little thing helps to me. But it's like, if he, like you said, Mimi, he knows that I don't want that. I could have my Kendall is 3 years old. He'll be 4 in February. I could have went for him for child support.
We sure did have a baby right around the same time.
Exactly. I didn't, but because that doesn't matter. I paid $400 for daycare. If we were to ever have a conversation, I would be like, you know what? To make it easier for me, because financially I could take care of it, but easier for me, you pay for daycare, nothing else. But I don't care about that. I'd rather you have a relationship. If you couldn't pay for daycare, guess what? I don't care. I want my son to know you. I want a relationship with you. And all that extra shit, I don't care. Nigga, you cheated on me. You cheated on me for 2 years. You tried to have a baby with another woman. You impregnated me on purpose, poked a hole in a condom. You trapped me. You did everything. Everything to fuck over me. And I still,
yeah, Ma, I would have poked the hole in that rubber too. I ain't gonna lie, boy. I would have.
I understand what you mean.
I would have cut. It would have been so obvious.
I understand what you mean, Mia, because I didn't put my daughter.
You know what? I'm done.
Y'all terrible.
He put himself on child support.
Y'all
Fuck
terrible.
out of here. I don't know. I don't.
So I'm not on child support because I get along with the moms, and then I'm a cool ass co-parent. I ain't gonna lie, but I send money. We have an agreement, but then I send extra, and then I go out the way to get my kids too. So it's like it's a situation, and it's also who you have a kid with. That's another thing.
I get child support, but I don't get. I get like what, the $60 every 2 weeks.
Bullshit.
But you know, like what's fucked up about it is that he put himself on child support after he got off active duty. You know what I'm saying? He waited till he was at drill. He waited till he was already doing drill to be like, oh, I only make $300 a month. So when he finally got his job during COVID, you know what's gonna happen? Back child support, because you never reported that you got a job. I never put him on papers. I never, you know what I'm saying? So when now he got like probably like 15, 20K plus $1,000 worth of back child support. Now you want to be my friend? No, bitch, because you put yourself on child support. No, he put himself on child support basically to get away from paying the day.
Yeah, he's trying to get out of it.
Like she said, a smooth $400 a month. He ain't have to give me the money. He knew the lady. He could have just gave her the money, but he just had to make a point. Now you behind 15, 20K. Whose fault is that? Not mine, because I didn't put you on papers. And you know what I told him? I can't even take you off papers if I wanted to, because in North Carolina, he has to want to, and then we got to go to court. So it's just like, I tried to give you that opportunity to, okay, here's $30 for Pampers, or I'm a matter of fact, bitch, just Amazon me the motherfucking Pampers. You ain't got to give me no money. You ain't got to give me a receipt. Everything you send, that child is gonna wear and or use, because I'm not that baby mama. But I got but it's like being a simple baby mama basically put me in a, oh, she got it. And I hate that vibe. You know what I'm saying? She got it. I know she got it, bitch. Just because daycare's only $60 a month doesn't mean that's a week. It was $60 a week for summer camp for my oldest. Just because it's $60 a week don't mean that you shouldn't at least go out the way to pay half of it, because you know what you giving me. So now he got back pay. It ain't nothing he can say to that motherfucking judge, because what child care have you paid for? What clothes do you buy? What hair appointments do you take care of? So I think it's just, some of us, we make it easier because we know what struggles come with it. And then people take advantage of the situation. Like, you didn't have to take advantage of that $133 a month. You could have told them you was working, but you just had, you know, it's just, I still don't ask for money. Every night I'm like, can I get $50? Do I get that $50? No. I'm just waiting on that back child support at this point. Like, fuck it.
Yeah, something though. Like, niggas be poor.
That motherfucker ain't poor. He's poor. Can get a motherfucking job making $15+ an hour. If you work inside,
I'm saying, like, niggas don't, like, most men aren't responsible enough to be like, damn, I just got a child, I gotta pay this child support. Let me go start this business over here so I can get some, let me go get another job. Hell, let me drive Uber or some shit like that. Niggas don't think like
that's not fair, because had I dropped that baby off with him and just kept going on with my life, I guarantee you he would have figured it the fuck
that's
out.
What you should do.
You know what?
Yes, ma'am.
I believe if women could impregnate men, it'll be a lot of deadbeat women or deadbeat moms. I really believe so. I believe so.
I mean, because I don't change my number.
It's a lot of shit women. It's a lot of shit women.
I don't see why that has to wait.
Women. There's even bitches who just keep having kids, trying not to work just to get child support. It's a lot of women like that who go after.
Yo, I done dropped that baby off and went out of town, bitch. Like, I don't know.
Why does that have to wait until we can impregnate men? I'm the type of female, you show me one time you're a deadbeat loser ass nigga, I'm gonna drop that baby off at your doorstep in a basket with a bow, and I'm going about my way. I'm not gonna be a single.
And guess what? You drop that baby off on the doorstep, your ass going to jail.
No,
why don't they go to jail? Why don't the niggas go to jail?
Child endangerment.
Why they don't go to jail?
Child endangerment. And hey, while you in jail, I'm putting you on child support.
While you on, just like Brandon said, while you in jail, you're going on child support, and you still gonna be responsible.
I don't care. Guess what? You wanna know why I don't care? You wanna know why I don't care?
We dropped the babies off
because women ain't shit. Like I said, you one of them ain't shit women I'm talking about. If bitches could get men pregnant, that's you, Nia.
Definitely. I don't give a fuck because guess what?
Baby
you got one time.
Don't let
you
me
got
have
one
a
time
baby
to show
daddy.
me
Where
you
you
gonna stress me
at?
out
She's
during
coming.
my pregnancy and during my kids growing up, and then your ass is grass, bro. That's your kid now. I'm gonna go be in Miami. You have a good
She said,
day.
"I'm abandoning the baby. Fuck that baby."
Fuck that baby.
She said, "Fuck that baby."
Yeah, I feel like that's a little
not
wild.
fuck that
It's
baby,
cool
but
when they
fuck
do
that
it.
baby.
A problem when I do it. Fuck
What's
it.
wrong with it if we know you
Birds
a
of a
good
feather.
daddy? If
They
your
fly
baby
together.
mama know you a good daddy, and she know that if I drop this
Yeah.
baby off, the baby gonna be fed, clean, and taken
man.
care of. Why would you be mad that they dropped them out quick as
Hey,
fuck?
I would have
You a
loved it.
great
I would have
father.
loved it.
Do any
I would have
women
loved
feel
it.
like men are good fathers though? That's the question.
I would have loved it. Get it the fuck out of here.
Do
Give me
y'all
the baby and get out of here.
I don't mind doing that. I do a quick drop and I see you in a
These
week.
women being deadbeats versus men being deadbeats.
What Nia at? Where she go? Nia.
I'd have loved it.
In the discussion.
Right here.
Baby better with me
Get
anyway.
in there, K-Ron. Get in there.
On my screen. Nia, who that?
Do y'all know how many baby
everybody
daddies
else
girls
gotta be quiet.
cannot
Raise your
drop
hand,
their
Steve.
kids off with?
Okay,
You know
let's
how the
talk.
baby daddy you can do that with? That shit is lit. Like some bitches be like, I can't drop my baby daddy off because he be having my baby in the trap. When you got a good baby daddy, you know he ain't doing no dumb shit. Of course you gonna want to drop that fucking baby off.
Oh, that's me.
Why
I get my
wouldn't
kids all the
you?
time.
I want to hear.
Ask me a what? Ask me a what?
I want to hear
I
Nia
guess-
and K-Ron. I want to hear what they about to talk about.
All I want to do, I want to ask Nia, like, so you said like your man got like one time to do basically anything. So you want this nigga to be perfect the entire time that you
He breathe. He wrong.
You ready for my response, K-Ron? You ready for my response?
So you would make a man feel uncomfortable as fuck at all times to ensure that you're happy.
Not at all. You want to hear my response, baby?
Yeah. Please.
Okay, so one, no, I'm not gonna make a man feel like he has to be perfect or he has one time to fuck with me. What I am talking about is those men that wait till you get pregnant and then start stressing you out and dogging you during your whole pregnancy. Like, bitch, you had up to 20 weeks to decide whether you wanted to have that baby or not. You let that nigga dog you all 20 weeks and you still gonna carry it the full term? No, I'm not. I am not gonna have a baby for a man that disrespects me, disrespects my family, disrespects who I am, my home. I'm not letting that happen.
Hey,
And you
Nia.
let too much shit slide.
Hold on.
Hold
I'm
on,
not gonna let
Nia.
it slide.
Read the
It's
chat.
over.
Nia.
It's over.
You
You
that
got
was
one
my
time
You talking
to
about
dog
abortion?
me.
That was my ex.
Abortion.
But
Or
you,
even if I have
Nia,
it,
you
it's
right.
over with.
But Nia,
Did
that was
you
my
not catch
ex.
on to this prior to getting
But
pregnant?
They
I
done
don't.
took abortions too.
Nia,
Fuck
I
outta
don't
here.
believe
You
in
know that nigga
abortion.
wasn't shit before you got
That was
pregnant.
my
Okay,
ex.
that's
we'll
the
cut
thing.
abortion
You
out of it.
should have caught on
Let's
to
cut
this
abortion
before.
That
out of
was
it.
my
Let's
ex.
cut abortion
Nia.
out of it. Okay.
That was
Niggas
my
don't
ex.
stop
Okay,
not
guys.
being shit.
Okay, guys. Let's cut abortion out of it. If I carry a pregnancy full term for a man that is totally disrespecting me and who I am as a
But did
person,
you not
a
catch
mother,
that prior
and a
to the pregnancy?
female, it's
Don't
it's
do her
over
like
with.
that,
He can
Brandon.
have the
No.
baby. Because I didn't
Brandon.
have
I
so
just
many.
wanted to
Brandon?
let. Hold on. Can I
Okay, guys,
say
You said
something real
you-
quick? Can I say
That's
So
what
she
something real
said,
quick?
"Fuck her
You
kid if he get off."
I just wanted to let me know. Since you've never had a kid, right?
Who eating
First of all,
coochie?
Y'all in the chat wilding.
Yo.
I would never,
because
first of all,
them bitches be
I would
knowing
never
that
get
nigga
pregnant
do
by a
not
man that I
want
have no
that
intentions of being
motherfucking
pregnant by
baby.
because I take birth control and I use precautions. I don't want a baby. I don't
You
have
got that
any idea or want or longing to have a kid. So I'm gonna prevent everything from that happening. But I'm saying if it does happen, and y'all are saying take abortion out of it, y'all are saying take abortion out of it.
Take it out. Because
I'm 23 years old.
My ex
I'm
poked
23
a hole in
and I don't have kids.
My ex poked that hole in the condom. He trapped me. I was on my way to selections, Nia. I was on my way to SFAS.
Okay, and that's messed up of him.
Hold on, I haven't let Nia.
I'm
Do you
telling you,
have kids? Nia, do you have kids?
No, I'm 23. I have no kids.
If you've never been pregnant,
I don't
I
want
just
babies.
want to say, so
I got
you know,
trapped too, Mia.
I don't believe
I'll
in
add abortion in back into
I got
it, but
trapped
after
too,
20
Mia.
weeks,
You
most
bitch,
clinics
that
will not give
motherfucker
you an
baby.
abortion
Women
anymore.
don't even let each other speak.
Oh, Mia.
Wait, I have a question for
First of all, ladies, let's not let them do us like that because
Wait, I have a question for Nia. Do you have kids?
I just asked that. She said no.
Because I'm saying like it's a lot to talk about.
Oh, you don't have kids.
Have
Okay.
kids. Should you
also, I hear that a lot.
I
can't really
swear to
speak on
God, I
this
just
because you
asked
don't
that
have
shit.
kids.
Did I not
Yeah,
ask
funny.
if she had kids and she said no, she's 23, single,
Okay.
no kids?
I agree with me.
Joe, calm down.
Yeah, but mad
She
people.
probably said that, but mad people was talking at
Mad
the same
people
time.
talking at the
So
same
she
time.
probably didn't hear it.
Yeah.
That was pretty fucking loud.
Mad people talking
It's
at
like
the same
five of y'all
time.
talking at the same time. Everybody can't distinguish every single thing that every single person is saying, even if it's said. And even if it's said clearly, if 5 people are speaking, I can't hear all 5 niggas talk at the same time and everything they said.
That's why we
might
have
have heard it. Just because you heard it don't mean everybody heard it.
Shit.
Because I didn't hear it. But I know she didn't have kids.
The buzzer. You got to get the buzzer.
I agree with you.
I want to speak. Hi guys, I would like to speak since this is pertaining around what I said. I am 23. I have no kids, but I'm also not one of those hypocritical people. I do stuff to not have kids. I make sure that honestly, it doesn't even go as far as abortion. I take birth control and I do what I need to do so I don't get impregnated by a man.
Basically, she's saying I'm more responsible than y'all.
Yeah, that's what she's
That's basically
I
what
don't,
I
we're
heard.
all like, everybody's like
Basically
15
what I
plus
heard.
years older than she is.
I'm just saying so that I'm wearing the shoe that I'm walking in. I'm saying that I don't use abortion and abandonment as a form of birth control. If I don't want a kid, I'm gonna make sure I don't want a kid. Like I'm not gonna kill one, I'm not gonna give one away.
But that's not what you said though.
She said if he
That isn't, you said that at 20
if I didn't, I'm saying that if I don't want it, you guys told me to leave abortion out of it, we're gonna bring abortion back in. If a man shows me he's not ready to be a father, I'm not gonna give him a baby. That's delusional of me to give a man a baby that don't want a baby.
But you can't wait 20 weeks to be like, I don't want a baby anymore. Because he don't want it.
You guys. Honestly, a man is gonna show you who he is the moment you tell him you're pregnant. So I don't have to wait 20 weeks. A nigga will go after 6 weeks. And I got time to go.
Niggas don't know what
they're talking about. Listen, y'all are a lot older than me, and this is what's going on in my generation. They're being horrible to these niggas, and I'm not gonna be a part of it. I'm not gonna be like these are the niggas that I'm dealing with.
Them 80s babies will pretend that they all with the shit until you get about 6 months, and then they start.
And then screw you over. No, these new niggas gonna show you as soon as you tell them.
Not
you
them
give them
old
a positive pregnancy test, they gonna start showing their ass. And that's when you go take your ass.
No, I like old niggas. Old
Hey,
niggas do not do that.
Hey, you right on that part. As soon as you tell me you pregnant, you about to get a dick from me, nigga.
When I
Because I don't want that fucking baby.
I could usually take things normally and just be like, whatever. But that I had to sit down. I had to sit down and really think about my life.
Who talking about my baby hairs in the chat, bro? Come to the camera right now if you talk about my baby hairs. You talking about my baby hairs?
If you complimenting your baby.
Y'all are so funny.
Men don't do that.
Giving you
The
a
older
compliment.
generation
look
of
like a
men
cherub.
don't say nothing till later because they feel like they don't have a say so.
We don't have a choice.
No, so hold on.
We don't have a say so.
We don't have a choice.
We do not have a say
No.
so at all.
But y'all know that. But the younger generation of men, they will press.
Oh, you said younger generation.
Older men will not press abortion.
But I'm saying the moment a man
young niggas
expresses
know too.
that he don't, the moment the man expresses he don't want to have a kid, he's treated like he ain't shit. Like
That's very true.
even if she's only a week pregnant, like the moment he said you don't want to have a kid, oh you ain't shit, nigga. You just like all these other mother, like so. Why would a guy be volunteering that information? It's like, meanwhile, he's sitting there struggling with all the shit he got to deal with.
So listen to
That's
what
because you got choices.
So to what
Like,
Mitch
man
just
don't have a
said.
choice. You gonna do what you gonna do regardless. The man don't have a choice.
No, I want his opinion.
You got
So to what Mitch just said, why is it like that? If a man, you tell the man he don't want to have a baby, or if the man says he don't want to have a baby, he ain't shit. But at the same time, if a woman doesn't want to have a baby, she can just abort it and everything good.
But it was the other way around for me.
But why is that okay? I'm not speaking on your specific situation. I'm talking about in general. I'm not talking about you specifically. Why if a man don't want to have a baby, he a deadbeat, he ain't shit, this and that. But if a woman don't want to and she just aborted, everything good.
I don't go with what all women say because they ain't always right. So I don't know.
Right,
If a
but
female
Mimi,
say he ain't shit because he don't want the baby, and he probably knew that he didn't want the baby before
None
he
of the
got
women
pregnant,
are gonna
I mean,
answer my question.
you just mad. I
But
don't.
Mimi, you dodging the subject, Mimi. You dodging
I'm
the
not
subject.
dodging the subject. I'm just saying, I just don't know. Like, if a man don't want the baby, then what's the point of keeping the baby? That's just my opinion. But I've never had a man verbally tell me.
there's multiple reasons of why they don't keep the
I just never had a man verbally tell me I don't want the baby.
Okay,
If a
but
man
Mimi,
tells me verbally I don't want the baby
But Mimi, if that's the case, let one of these other chicks who do agree with that speak up. Like you have a man's point of view on a lot of shit. Like, and we know that. So, like, he's not talking to you then.
Well, shit, who agree?
Listen, all of this would be avoided if men knew their rights. If you don't want to, if you think that the
nobody
lady that
agrees.
you with,
Okay.
that might not be your kid.
Nobody answers.
Nobody's agreeing. They just like, no.
I mean, I don't know what's going on. I don't even know
If
what
he
we're
don't
talking
want the baby, would you keep the baby?
Why are men condemned for saying they don't want the
I
baby?
wouldn't.
But women
I've
can
done that
have the baby,
before.
and it's okay.
I've done that before where my husband didn't want a baby and I went and got an abortion.
Okay, boom. There go Joe. Joe agree with me. So who else say that that's just not?
And I did that because.
But this is the question. This is the question. It's as simple as this. How come if a man does not want a baby, he ain't shit, he's deadbeat? If a woman does not want a baby, she can just abort it and everything's cool. That's the question.
Well, who believes in that? Because I don't know.
Oh, hold on. With that, the thing, if she's trying to keep the kid with a dude that doesn't want it, she probably still has feelings for the dude. Because me and my first wife,
keep the man,
and a lot of times.
Hold on, so let me finish. I haven't talked much. Can I finish?
Yeah.
So me and my first wife, all the shit we went through, when she got pregnant, I didn't want the kid. And then when she told me, yo, I couldn't, it was on my face, like, yo, I don't want it, because I knew I wanted to leave her. So we had an abortion. And then I'm not big on that because that shit kind of fucked me up. But and that leads to, like, further down with my two kids now, with the moms. One, shit, I wanted to get her pregnant. The other one, I was like, nah. We got a kid together. And she told me, she's like, you can be in the picture or not, but I'm gonna be in the picture because I knew I was shooting the club up, so I'm gonna do the right thing. But it was like, I feel like if they don't want it, I don't know. It's the woman's choice to keep it or not. But if she's keeping it to keep the dude, that might not be the best reason.
I don't know. I didn't feel like keeping. We were married at the time when we did this too. By the way,
But was it some financial shit? Like y'all talked about it?
It was that. So he claimed
right.
it was because we didn't have the finances for it, and then he forced me to deploy. Remember, that was the year Spencer was with us and everything. That was the year that we deployed and everything. And then I told everybody in my shop. Well, a few people in my shop knew that I did it, but I had to tell everybody that I had gotten, I had a miscarriage, is what I told everybody, that I had a miscarriage.
Oh, you had a bump? Yeah.
But I actually had an abortion.
There's a lot of reasons why women would have.
And it was because he said that we didn't. And what hurt my feelings was that later on, years later, he has kids. You know, he has more kids. And I'm like, damn, so we couldn't have ours, but you're financially able to have two more. And that kind of hurt my feelings. And I was just like, fuck, I could have had another kid. Even though we got divorced or whatever, I felt like, damn, little children.
Nah,
Joe, I think you kind of
just didn't want to have the baby with you and didn't want to say that.
Yeah, that's how I felt. Like, I felt like he wanted to just make money off of me. You know, because we were deploying, he was like, that's a money opportunity, and he wanted me to take that instead of us having a kid.
But in the end, you better off that
how
you
much
didn't
I
have a
wanted
kid
another
with
kid.
That's what I was about to say, Brandon. I feel like Joe,
off.
like, even though like it hurt your feelings and it went the way it went, like I think in a fucked up
in
way,
the long run. No, yeah,
you know,
but I was also young. I was like in my early 20s, so.
You said you already had your first kid?
I had already had my first kid, yeah.
So he just didn't want another kid.
He just he just didn't want another kid, and then he forced me to deploy. He wanted me to deploy, so that's why I did it.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. I mean, because if you were pregnant, you wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Oh, if you wasn't pregnant, then you
I don't want to get
Not having a baby for
but,
financial reasons, I feel like should be the number one reason why anybody would want to get an abortion. For some odd reason, the females be like, "Oh, I could just get pregnant and it's gonna be okay." It's not gonna be okay, ma'am, because money, like the way the world is set up, like even with me, I want another one, but I'm still on birth control because bitch, I know what the fuck is going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to sit here and make it seem like, oh, the baby gonna be fine. Yeah, I can breastfeed for 2 years, but what's up after that? You get what I'm saying? I gotta buy food, I gotta buy clothes, I gotta afford childcare if I decide to work. So, you know.
And that's where child support comes in.
Girl,
because people think that
just
children are fucking cheap and they're not. Kids aren't cheap,
because
man.
what happens is we have babies with people on men and female side. We have babies with people who we shouldn't be having babies with. Honestly, we should just really be thinking about what we're doing before we get somebody pregnant. And and same way for women, like we should be more conscious of what we're doing before we getting pregnant with somebody.
No, that's for sure.
I mean, we just make rash decisions without setting
for sure.
Niggas don't be thinking about that
with men because there's a lot of men who say they choose their baby mama.
But we do have to do that though.
And you know what though? Hold on, just
easier said than done.
What Marz
I know it's easier said than done, but I can say that easier now.
I just want to say that Marz is absolutely correct, and I'm going to mute myself again now.
No, Marz, no, for real. Marz, I swear I was thinking the same exact thing. Like, but even a step a little further, like you said, or Spencer was saying, I think like niggas don't think of that, but I feel like as women, we do. So I think it just goes to show you need to be on the same page with the person you sleeping with. Like, hey, if we raw dogging, let's talk about what you don't want to do should something slip up. Like,
this is what I want to do. I want to nut in you. I don't want no baby though.
But here's where the problem come in though. Like,
I want to you, but I don't want no baby.
I don't know how to mute myself. She need to have that NuvaRing thing, or she need to have birth control if that's the case. You know.
But then you got all these bitches to be like, I don't like birth control.
They don't like birth control because they weren't educated in it. That's what I think.
They be doing that. I don't like birth control, and I'm allergic to latex.
You need to pick one. I'm allergic to latex. When they went on birth control off 18.
That's why you keep those non-latex condoms. I keep both. When men tell me that they're allergic to latex, I'd be like, "Boop, I got non-latex right here."
And then,
and if you don't want to do what I want to do, then it's just a no.
Hold on, but then on another note, not even just for the female perspective, niggas too. I got a friend right now. She been messing with a dude or whatever, and she done got pregnant a couple of times, and she done gotten rid of it a couple of times, right? And then finally, Bert ended up saying something to her like, "Hey, bitch, like, what's up?" You know what I mean? Like, basically, where's my kid at for real? Because like, you definitely should have one. And she was thinking, but no, see, that's what I'm saying. Y'all need to be on the same page. She was thinking, no baby. You know what I mean? So she was taking it upon herself to go and handle her business, and then come to find out he was trying to get her pregnant. So now
I just said men say they pick their baby mamas. And my baby daddy said I picked my baby mamas.
Say that again, Mimi.
That's wild.
I said I've heard plenty of men say I picked my baby mamas. My first baby daddy said this shit to my face. He said I picked y'all. I said, bitch, you picked me to abandon me. You get what I'm saying? Like,
I was gonna try to agree with you, but your ending was a little. I was like, oh shit.
No, because it was just like how we handled. Like, don't tell me that you picked me to be your baby mama and then you don't do what you're supposed to do. Like, you picked me to abandon me. Like, I want to make sure that this is my baby. So
I know where I picked my daughter's mom. I ain't gonna her chocolate ass. But we co-parent very well. We're not together, but we're friends. We co-parent well. And even with my son's mom, we was homies. We was fuck buddies. And when she got pregnant, I was like, damn. But I was like, but shit, we get along too. So I'm happy with.
I don't like my baby daddy. Fuck out of here.
I get along with my mom. I don't even call them baby mamas. I feel it's disrespectful to them. That's just me.
No, my baby daddy is legit a baby daddy.
Yeah.
Wow.
You got I want another one too. Not with them though. I need a third.
If you don't act like it, you won't get that title.
Yeah, because that's the only reason why I call him baby daddy is because he act like that. And when
I don't say baby daddy. I always say my kid's father.
No, he don't act like a father. He act like a baby daddy.
I say my ex-wife. Generally.
You get what you deserve over here, friend.
Agreed. You get what you deserve.
You get what you deserve.
Hold
Like,
on, I want
when
another
we
one though.
cool,
I'm like a low budget Nick Cannon. I'm trying to have a bunch.
You're terrible. That's terrible. That's terrible.
I want another one.
Another one.
Roll the dice.
He out here like fucking.
Yeah, I
DJ
need a
Khaled.
tiebreaker. I got a boy and a girl. I gotta get the tiebreaker.
Nah,
bro.
Hey, y'all. Hey, yo. This is hold on. I'm gonna tell y'all.
You want a mix, baby?
How you make boys?
My y'all.
You heard Brandy. I say you want a mix.
How you make boys?
My kids are like 4 months apart. That's how.
Oh, you was a real hoe.
Brandon, somebody's trying to give you a mixed baby. Are you not hearing this?
You said what?
Yeah, your
I said, you want a mixed baby?
I said somebody's trying to give you
Joe,
a mixed baby.
Hey, Joe, you know what?
You want a nice chocolate Puerto Rican baby?
I think she's trying to
What did we say? The Afro Latina?
Yeah, you want a little Afro Latino baby?
I think she's shipping the baby.
She is throwing you the pussy, nigga. She is
how
throwing
you make
you the
boys?
pussy.
Hold on, man. When I make boys,
He is throwing you the pussy.
Baseball game.
How y'all make boys?
How do we make boys?
How y'all make boys? I got 2 girls. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing wrong.
No, I got nothing.
No, I'm gonna tell you how I make mine.
I got one boy.
I put a signal in my head like this nut is gonna be a boy, and then I nut her. It's a boy.
Oh, just will it to happen, huh?
That's how it works.
It's missionary.
I knew my first was gonna be a boy.
He said it's missionary.
A girl. That's me.
It's missionary.
I have powerful
missionary. That's my
It's genetic
position.
It is genetic.
It's hella genetic.
Oh, that's why I keep making girls. It's bending over.
He said missionary for boys, doggy for girls. Huh?
I got
That's
boy,
why
girl.
I keep making girls.
Girl, boy, girl. So I got lucky.
I ain't got nothing but girls. I don't know.
I just have a boy. That's all
I got 2 girls.
Boy and a girl.
No.
Yeah, I got 2 big ass kids. That's what I got.
Hey, what's the next topic? I'm sorry, I love y'all talking. We don't. Next, please.
Your opinions on transgenders and sports, being able to go in the bathrooms, just generally everything. What is your opinions?
Who cares what they did? Just don't blow
the sports.
I'm pissed. I'm pissed that whoever I don't even want to give him enough to say his actual name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. The fucking man who's in the Olympics. He ranks like 400 and something. Now he's a woman all of a sudden, and he got
that shit ain't fucking fair.
That shit is so wild to me. Like, and
that shit is lame.
Someone on the internet posted it.
So it's disrespectful. It's out of pocket. It's just like it's just a spit in the face. It's a slap to the face. A person.
It's not technically true.
What's not
technically true. So as a guy, when he competed, he was in the top 20, and then when he's hear what I'm saying. As a guy, when he was competing as a guy, he was in the top 20, and then he started taking the blockers for testosterone, and that's when then he did a race as a guy while he was on the blockers, and he placed 400 and something. And then he did the full transition. But
that don't take away from his muscle.
No. But it
doesn't take away from his stature. It doesn't take away from anything.
No. I agree. All I'm saying is that narrative was spun to sound worse than it was, because they made it seem like he was a trash swimmer as a guy, and then he came over to a woman. But he was a top 20. He was a top 20 swimmer as a guy. I think it's BS anyways, but the narrative that he was just terrible as a guy and then came as a girl and started, that's not really.
It does make it worse.
And gendered. Why they can't have a transgendered like league?
I still agree. I think that is shenanigans.
Why they can't have a transgender league?
Because if we had a transgender league, they would say that we're transphobic.
But it's not fair. If a motherfucker
it's not genetically, it's not fair. You're right. Genetically, it's not fair. But you know
They
what?
mention how they on
Because
shit
if you made their own league, people would be like, "Oh, people are transphobic and all this other much.
No,
They
you
hate
just can't be
transgenders and all this
categorized
stuff."
as
No, I feel like at that point,
a woman when you can't even get pregnant. You a man that became a woman. Not to downplay you or whatever, disrespect, but you're not a fully fledged woman that was born a woman. You're a man that changed into a woman. You still have your male qualities in a woman's body, nigga.
Exactly.
But then they started bringing up people who was born with both parts and all.
Well, that's
types
a different
of
thing.
technicalities.
Hermaphrodites are different. Hermaphrodites are less than they're like 0.3%. Like it's
Yeah,
such
but
a
they
small
always
percentage.
bring them up to try to deter.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
illegal.
Like if you say, "Oh no, but what about hermaphrodites?" Well, they're not who we're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Right, because that's an actual thing you were born with.
Medically.
Because hermaphrodites aren't allowed to compete. Like their testosterone's too high, so they're not allowed to compete. So the real issue, because really what we're talking about is guys turning into females. We're not talking about the other way around.
Absolutely.
And if there is a trans league, the argument is that it would still be unfair to the females who transition to males because they would still lose. Like so.
Well, that
be the
sounds a
same.
fucking personal problem.
So it's two leagues.
That's the argument.
So you got to
Don't that
separate.
sound like a personal problem, though, man?
But that's the
If
argument.
you just can't compete, you just can't.
But that's
fucking compete.
but that's the argument.
You got to
bottom line.
separate them.
Whatever
into
happens to
leagues.
people being okay
Men
with
who transition to
losing?
women league, the women who transition to men league.
Why is it so wrong to lose?
So here's the question,
Or the
Spencer.
women who transfer to men got a league. How about let's
Well, okay. Well, here's the question.
They all gotta be in the same league.
Do you guys think that there are enough high level athletes that fall into both of those categories to the point? Hold on. Listen.
It would be more coming out.
Listen to what I'm saying though. Do you think that there are enough women or trans people in both of those categories enough to constitute having their own league where that's what I'm saying.
What I'm saying is, that's a very valid point. I hear exactly what you're saying, and I know where you're going with it. But what I'm saying is that's just too goddamn bad. It's just gonna be a small channel, a small audience of people watching.
Yeah. Well, no, but nobody's gonna. So what they're saying is that
Special Olympics. What's wrong with that?
Well, what they're saying is that if we're gonna, but there are many more handicapped people than there are trans.
So
well,
that's not a fair assessment.
More trans people than we think. That's what they say.
My thing is, people train hard as fuck all their lives. Like people literally start sports by the time they come out the cooch, and then all their life is. And some people go for the what do they call scholarships? So imagine you worked all your life, you trained, you worked for this shit, and then here come a nigga to steal your spot, and it's just an unfair advantage. And now you lost out on a scholarship and the chance to go to wherever you trained your hardest to go to. That's just not fair.
They own space. That's just that. And
it knocks a lot of women off the. It knocks a lot of women off the charts, and it puts.
I don't disagree.
Natural born men at the top of the charts of a female event. That does not make any sense.
And you know what?
Because at any given time you can say I want my dick back and just walk around with a dick swinging.
Well, they don't necessarily have.
Be equal.
They don't have penises.
They don't necessarily have their penis removed.
They don't have their penises.
Some of them do. Some of them still have their penises.
Oh, no,
so
I feel like if you get to run with me, you need to cut it off. Fuck that
no,
shit.
that's
cut it off. Like no.
But you know what? Forcing,
if you are trying to be a woman, you should.
Forcing
you
somebody.
Want to be me, bitch? Be me. Cut it off. Like
forcing somebody to do that is tantamount to forcing somebody to get abortion.
Well, it's not a.
You're not gonna. You're gonna.
Equivalent to forcing me to being okay with the fact that I'm running against somebody who has one. Like you're not. You're clearly not.
The two of y'all just talking over each other. Y'all just both talking at the same time. Like, let me turn my ears on.
I'll be quiet. Say it, Marz.
I was saying, if that should be a requirement. Maybe you can't force people, or if you transition, you gotta cut your dick off. But if you want to compete and you transition, then you gotta have no dick. You gotta be just
because
like
that's not what determines it. They base it off of testosterone.
Natural strength.
They base it off of testosterone, not penis.
Dick need to go. Dick got to go. Dick,
but don't dick make testosterone. Don't dick and balls make testosterone? Isn't that what helps out make testosterone?
No,
I don't know how to dick works.
You have testosterone. You have.
But
it's just that you have more estrogen than testosterone. Men have more testosterone than estrogen. What they do is they use blockers
to see
they
whether
use,
or not
I'm trying to explain it to you.
Yeah, he is trying to.
So they use blockers to reduce the amount of testosterone that they produce naturally, and then they use estrogen enhancers. So they basically they have to be over a certain amount of estrogen and under a certain amount of testosterone for them to compete as females. Now, to be fair, Bruce Jenner, what was it, Caitlyn Jenner? Like he said, or she said, it's confusing. She said that in a manly voice that he also felt that it was wrong. Like he said that he absolutely knows that he's old now, but he knows that when he did it, he was still stronger than any woman his age.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's
Like
what
he said,
isn't it the same thing as like,
transition
I would think it's the same thing as steroids, because you got to take something just to be able to compete. It's like if I take steroids as a woman to be able to compete with trans women, trans men, whatever you want to call them, that's me basically meeting them on a level, because 9 times out of 10, they shit is still higher than mine. You get what I'm saying?
Question is this. So you said if it's based on testosterone is in the individual, like that determines, you said it's not about having a dick or not a dick, it's about the testosterone levels. How
estrogen levels
does that take? You said
estrogen levels.
And estrogen, right? Okay, it's about the levels though. Like,
so we should be able to take steroids.
No, my question is
about
how long does that take? And the reason I'm saying that is if it only takes, let's just throw out a random number, let's say it only takes a year. That doesn't make up for the fact that you have been practicing being a fucking man for 20 years, and now
I would agree with that.
Had a little estrogen for 5 months, and now you.
No, I would agree. I would agree with that.
And that's what I'm saying.
You see what I'm saying?
And the vagina is a tunnel.
So what I agree because okay, I thought he finished. I agree because I feel like I still have muscle and bone structure that of a man, like once you have hit puberty, you are who you are. Like, and that's a thing where I think there's a real thing, because doing any kind of the trans stuff to kids is abuse. I don't think anybody really disagrees with that. But once you hit puberty as a boy or as a woman, a girl, whatever, once you hit puberty, your body changes and your bone structure changes and you grow to where you're going to be. And some people like Brandon, they still might not get much taller, but Brandon is still at that height going to be stronger and have a denser bone structure than any woman at that height.
Brandon.
I'm using Brandon as an example, not to roast him, but just because most women aren't my height. So at that height at 5'9", if you put Brandon next to a 5'9" woman, he's still gonna have a denser bone structure outside of the hips. The hips are the only thing where
his anatomy is
still
his anatomy genetically is still going to be a big thing. And they scientifically proved that no matter what, no matter how much estrogen you're on, no matter how much
it don't change shit on the
testosterone, it doesn't.
But
it kind of changes the anatomy, but it really doesn't. Like your bone
it doesn't change your bone structure.
Same, that's why I didn't understand. I don't understand all this.
See, because the only thing is that if you so women can be stronger. Women can be stronger than men in terms of their hips, their hip flexors, and their thighs. So their actual
as it should be.
It's supposed to be like that because we are childbearing women.
But don't
childbearing women, our anatomy is built to be like that.
But
that's only if them and the man are the same height and weight. That's the thing. So like, and even then it's only that one little, and even then it's only that one portion of the body. So the calves, the feet, the ankles are all going to be stronger on the man. That the core is still going to be stronger. Just the hips and the thighs might be stronger on the female.
I think the core is the biggest concern to me.
Right, men have stronger naturally, and that's really the driving force of the body. Really,
the hips of a woman is just, we have so many hip injuries in the military, so it's kind of hard for me to picture myself competing with another man, knowing that
we get those
things going.
Oh, we get those too in the military. The lower back,
I got a hip injury.
I just know
the lower
that
back, the hips,
like
and the knees
me,
are the
lower back.
I had a baby, and after I had my baby, was like my hips was like just so much more of an issue.
Yeah, they were used by then.
It was an issue, and they was like, "Why you can't run?" I said, "Bitch, my hip hurt." You know what I'm saying? Like,
but a lot of guys have that too. But that actually doesn't stem from pregnancy or being a woman or a man. That stems from running on cement. Like, so we shouldn't be running on cement, and that causes it causes 3 points of failure: your lower back, your lower back hip area, your knees, and your ankles. So because of that, and once one of those weaken, the other ones try to overcompensate, which causes them to weaken. That's why the most common surgeries in the Army are back and knee, right? And then the most common injury in the Army is actually ankles from basketball, right? So it's oddly enough, people getting their ankles broke, right? No, it's not that. They actually tear their Achilles, but it's from running on cement all the time. So the biggest thing when I was in the AFAB, like the fucking thing they do to make changes, like where boss program and shit like that came from, where what I was really pushing for is we need to make sure we have clay tracks, and that's mandatory. That's what we do our PT test on. You know what I'm saying? People don't like running 8 laps, but it's just more healthy for you ultimately to do it on a clay track than
I can't stand no fucking 8 laps. Give me a
but it also has to
but
do
you
with
run
like
on that
people.
street, it fucks you up over time running on hardball. It just does.
It does, but also shoes come into play. People's shoes, they don't wear the right shoe. They don't wear the right shoes to run.
Insoles.
But that's more of an individual. That's more of an individual thing. Like overall, though, for everybody, running a hardball is bad.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, because whether you got the right shoes or not, if you run a hardball for 20 years, you don't have back and knee issues. Like it just, trust. And he just make it even worse, hitting the ground like a sack of potatoes. That shit ain't. So it's just we need to adjust that culturally, but that's an Army thing more than a regular person.
Okay, I'm gonna take a look.
Layla's like, yep.
Layla's like, I guess.
Like, yep, hard concrete. Nope, that's not a good idea. Okay.
He said,
Boy,
can we go back
the
to talking
VA
about my
still want to
titties?
cut my fucking knee. I'm not letting them cut shit. No.
It don't matter how small you are, how big you are. Everybody got the same issues because of running on hardball.
My brother tore his Achilles 3 years after he got out. Like, that shit didn't make no sense. I was like, his whole thigh muscle was torn, his Achilles. I was like, bitch, what the fuck? Like, this was after.
I tore my
afterwards.
Yeah, he kept working out, and then he had an injury when he got out. So, you know, it was one of the things where it's like, I don't know if it's just me, but when I go to the gym, my first instinct is to run. You get what I'm saying? Like, okay, if I want to get in shape, that's the first instinct is to run. And I think that's
older. Because I used to be a runner.
I'm 28 and I love to run, but let me tell you, the older I get, it's starting to kick. It's like, God damn, not my knee, my left knee.
The knee.
That left knee is not a joke.
Yo, my left knee was
for
killing me in the
cardio-
military. All that running and all that rucking messed up my knee.
It's
I
terrible.
got out because of a bad ruck march. Blew
It's
my
not that you were just,
pothole. Blew the fuck out of my knee.
but it's not that you're running, it's what you're running on, and that's really a thing. In actuality, most signal soldiers who run like what's the fucking one on Gordon, the dirt track, the fucking dirt track on Gordon. Anyways, like most people run that, they'll run their fastest PT time when they finish AIT.
I was on Brad.
Not necessarily.
I was running the golf course and it's straight concrete. You get what I'm saying? I was on Brad. They ain't give a fuck about us on Brad. That's what.
I know what it's called. It was
something Field.
It was Barton.
Barton. There you go. Barton Field. Yeah.
Between Bragg and Fort Leonard Wood, they told me to fuck up. Car Wash Hill and Fort Leonard Wood killed me.
Hey, what was your MOS? You was at Carl
74 Delta.
Oh, that's too bad.
Fuck you didn't, bitch. Gas. It's on that.
What's a 72 Delta?
It's a gas
Delta.
chemical. They're the ones who give us our gas mask. Make sure they choke
y'all
us.
don't know it.
Like them.
It's chemical.
Bro, it was either chemical cook or 88 mic. Bitch, I was gonna gas my ass all the way straight through AIP. Fuck out of here. Who's about to be in the DFAC or in the truck? Not I.
I actually think.
I'm a 74.
My mama was an 88 mic and my brother's an 88 November. So she was just like, bitch, you don't need to be an 88 nothing. Oh, you was Kim Dog?
I'm still a Kim dog. Yeah.
Period. See,
he said period.
Yeah, because she said
and Jones is like, Jones over here just like,
he said, well,
engineer trail. The engineer trail is what you was talking about.
That man, I don't know what the fuck they kept calling it Car Wash Hill, but all I know
Car Wash
is
Hill, you got Car Wash Hill, that fucking long ass steep
that
ass
shit that do like this.
That shit sucked. But then we had Engineer Hill. That was
it was by basic. It was closer to the basic side.
It was by the barracks for NCOS. It was a dirt trail.
Yeah, we didn't run those. They didn't give a fuck about us. We ran.
Car Wash Hill though. Fuck Car Wash Hill.
They took our ass to Car Wash Hill every chance they motherfucking got, and I'm.
Yeah.
No, it ain't cool.
Yeah, you was at Bragg. When was you at Bragg? Was you in 2-1?
No, I was at I was in the intel unit on over there by the hospital. What's that shit called? What the fuck is that intel unit called? 525?
Something like that. I know you talking about.
It was 525.
Fuck boy ass unit with them bullshit ass racist ass man. Fuck that unit. I hate everybody at the unit. It was 5 black people in the whole unit. And everybody that was black was either supply, a cook, or a motherfucking 74 adults. Everybody else was like, I don't care.
Or 40.
I was just talking about that shit the other day. That shit's crazy.
They treated 74s like they didn't give a fuck about us. They didn't want us to training. They didn't want us to do shit. They wanted me to do S1 shit. Bitch, I'm
S1 or what's that shit?
I did supply, signal, and S1, but I'm a 74.
Orly room shit. They wanted to do
I was Orly room gang, bitch. I ran that motherfucker Orly.
So I read a story about a man who said he wanted to be a woman, and he raped a woman in the woman's bathroom.
What? Oh, you're talking about the trans bathrooms?
It's been some situations.
I'm not talking about trans bathrooms. I'm talking about a man who identifies as a woman raped a woman in the bathroom. Well, so it's just like this topic is outside of sports and bathrooms. It's like it's too broad. It's so many situations where just shit can go wrong with just stuff like this.
Simply identifying as another gender.
Yeah, like just saying that I'm something else now. Like you have men, because it's happened, who say I'm a woman now. Now they can go in the women's bathroom and they probably just rapists and shit like that. And it was a story.
Wasn't there a trans man who went to a female prison and got female inmates pregnant?
Yes. I heard of that too. Yeah.
That's actually
the thing that happened.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I mean, but it just blows me because it's just like, how do y'all not want things to be for y'all, but y'all got people in y'all dynamic?
That's the thing, because there are people who really want to be one or the other, and then there's others who are trying to take advantage of the situation.
And abuse
the two.
Because if I go to prison, I'm definitely claiming being a woman. Kidding me? I mean, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Is it like?
And then
and then they're like, did they believe that? Like, yo,
like, all right, man, I'm coming this way.
I'm a woman, goddammit.
And so now I'm about to branch off. What'd she say?
I went to Tracy at this place called Midline.
Who said that?
Huh?
I didn't hear it.
Melanie with her.
All right, you can't take care.
She ain't talking about thing.
So I'm about to branch off on this topic. So because people can just wake up and say, I'm this or I'm that now.
Mm-hmm.
I seen a story where this guy, he was like 40 something. He had like 6 kids, married with a wife. And he just said, identify. It was like a 14-year-old girl or some shit. And he was trying to go back to like middle school or some shit. Now who's to say that he can't do that?
The law?
Like who's to say you can't do that if we allow women to just say, I feel like I'm a man now, or I'm a man, or men to say I'm a woman now? Who's to stop somebody from saying, well, I feel like I'm 14 now and I want to go back to fucking middle school.
And I think that's
we can't. What I'm saying is, because we allowed this, you can't stop somebody from doing that, because now it's kind of like discrimination.
Like picking and choosing.
It's like discrimination. Like, oh, I can't do this, but you let this group of people do this. Like, it's getting real dangerous, and it's just gonna spread from there.
It's not just how many other powerhouse countries entertain stupid shit like this?
No, it's only us.
Other than America.
It's only the US. It's only
Just
US.
us. And it's
But
just
you
like,
know, like
Canada.
China and
It's
shit,
inclusive.
China and shit are not a democracy.
China
You know
don't
what I'm
play that
saying?
shit.
Like
Oh,
they
yeah, you
run
can't do
everything down to they fucking internet, down to how many
England
people they have.
England
And
doesn't.
they got way more people than us.
So
No,
England
we got,
doesn't,
it ain't even the people. It's
And
just,
they got their people in check.
yeah.
Yeah.
We entertain all this stupid shit.
Yeah,
That's just, it's
because
like,
America's
we
the
free.
land of the home
Yep.
and the free and the do whatever the fuck you want. So I mean, people come over here and just be doing
Whatever the fuck they want.
Because I was in Germany
they
for
know,
5
hey,
years.
I want to be ratchet. I'm gonna move to the US.
I was in Germany for 5 years, and I felt
in
safer
America.
over there than I have ever felt in the
That's
US.
the thought.
I don't know.
It can really get as crazy as you trying to do something, a job or some shit, and they be like, well, you don't have the credentials for that. And they be, well, I feel like I'm a electrician. So now you're discriminating against me. I'm telling you I'm this.
Then you get sued.
And you're saying I'm not. Like it can even get that silly. Like, and I feel it might. Like the shit is.
And it could, it's
Yeah.
spiraling. We out of control.
We crazy, man. And
I
we
mean,
Gen Z.
and we
give me a chance to be a fucking electrician. I'll put some wires.
No, hold on. So electricity, right? I tried to hook a ceiling fan up last week. I almost died. I had the wires hanging and shit. And
Almost died.
worked. And I was on a little step. I thought I was done.
You flew back like in the movies.
Bro, I was like, that shit cracked, nigga, like lightning. I was like, nigga, it's a wrap. I was like, damn, this is how I'm gonna die. I was like,
not like this.
Not like this. I thought I was gonna die in a hooker in Thailand. Shit.
Did you have the light? Did you have the switch on?
I had the power off. The power in the house was off. But that shit still had
We're not just gonna skip by how you said you think you're gonna die, motherfucker.
You heard it. You guys look in there. Hey, you didn't hear it. You weren't listening.
Fuck.
Oh shit.
I was a motherfucking firefighter when I got
Agree.
my hair burned. Fuck out
Would
of
you
here.
rather
I could
be-
be a
You said, what,
firefighter.
you want a firefighter to ring your bell?
Oh yeah, when I got that 3rd-degree burn, you see my hands? I was a motherfucking firefighter, bitch. I put that.
Oh shit.
I'd rather be hungry.
That's
you
why I
can
ain't
survive
sit on
without
here. I had surgery time. What's going on?
I think I'd rather be hungry. If I could drink water, that
can last
Yeah,
longer.
you survive off of water.
Water
You
can
can't survive
sustain
without
you,
water.
for sure. Yeah. You cannot survive without
You
water.
literally can't.
Yeah.
Like I got all
I'm
this
gonna go
food,
with water.
Yeah, it's about to be like the fucking ring. 7 days.
Yeah.
You better boil
What's the next topic?
You better piss in a bucket.
Hey, I'm gonna be hungry. Hey, I'm gonna eat that pussy for real.
Corny.
Nigga, a cannibal now.
Corny.
I'm gonna eat it.
Corny.
So who would rather be hungry?
No.
Yeah, I'd rather be hungry.
I'd rather be hungry.
Be for real.
I don't want to be neither. I don't want to be hungry or thirsty.
You can't. That's not how the game works, Joe.
I know it don't, but you know what? I don't like being like. I hate being hungry when I'm at
making
home.
decisions.
This is like
Can we choose
like
death?
decisions, man. Like I don't like being hungry, and I don't like being thirsty.
I mean, none of us would want one or the other. None of us would.
Which one feel worse? Like which one just really like?
I don't know. I've got look. I know what it's like to be hungry and thirsty because I've been in a position where I couldn't drink or eat for like.
You thirsty? You about to die.
Yeah, I'm about to say if I'm hungry, I want to fight. If I'm thirsty, I'm fighting.
So like they had to force like hydration into me because I couldn't drink or eat or anything like that. So
they gave you IV. Where they put it?
Yeah.
Did they do the booty shit?
Shut up. Shut up.
They did the booty shit.
It's too much. It's too much.
You guys asking too much.
Too close, like too close.
They would have been moving booty out for days.
That response
They
gave
was
us.
threatening me with that shit, that camelback in the ass. They was threatening me.
Hey,
Hold
hold on. When I was a drill sergeant, we used to joke about this shit. And we was like, hey, one day we gonna do this shit. And the motherfucking kid came up dehydrated, passed out or something.
Oh my gosh.
He's
The
like, hey,
drill
bro.
sergeant saying that if you don't drink water, you get the.
They gonna
Gotta
put that
put like
tube
some
up your ass
ice
and
type
press
shit
down.
up their ass.
They do the core temperature.
Gotta get that core temperature.
That thermometer up your butt.
They did that to a girl.
Y'all better be drinking water.
Hey,
to pass out.
Oh, my goodness.
They about did that to a girl in my basic. Come to find out, bitch had sickle cell. They had to send her home.
Damn. Oh, she lied.
We had like 6 people lie about somebody had a brain cancer. Somebody else had some other shit. I was like, damn, you lied about cancer to get the army?
Hey,
wow.
If they let you in and you get out because of that shit, you getting that disability.
Hey, I sure went in with asthma and came out
so much
with disability.
I went in and I got sickle cell. They
It's
gave
so
it
much. It's so much.
They gave me sickle cell, bitch.
You say what, Mitch? What'd you say,
so
Mitch?
much. It's so much harder now because they pull your records. It's fucking terrible. It's terrible.
You know what's crazy, Mitch? They had my records because I'm a military brat. They didn't even bother to look at them bitches.
Nah, that means they didn't pull them. If they had told Meps you had asthma, your ass would not have gotten the army.
They told me to lie. They said just wait till you get the basics.
God, recruiters gonna make
you get to basics. Yeah, guys.
But I'm saying like now,
I had to get a waiver. I had to get a waiver just to join the military. To the
Layla, what'd you say about recruiters?
My recruiter said just run and pass out after the run. He said you'll be all right. They give you a pump. They gave me a motherfucking
they
pump.
be trying to they try to get you in now. Not all of them, but
If you can run, they'll let you get in. If you can finish the
whatever
test.
you need, let me know.
Can you hold a gun?
Originally I was supposed to be a Marine, but because I had to get a medical waiver, they were like, nah, we don't want to do the paperwork. Go next door to the Army, they'll get you. And sure enough, they took me real quick. Did my medical waiver and everything.
The Army's ghetto.
They didn't lie. They did my medical waiver. They couldn't lie. They couldn't lie about it because I needed to take medication and stuff like that. So
see, I didn't need an inhaler. I had what they call exercise induced. So when I got to Fort Leonard, they just gave me an inhaler and said, "Fuck it." They ain't care nothing about.
You lucked out. No, you lucked out. Exercise induced is what they usually DQ people for. Because what do we do in the Army? Exercise out this bit. So like, it's like okay, well it's gonna be induced. So they would have booted you out if you were to join today with that same scenario. They would have kicked you out in basic.
They said the same thing about flat feet. About you can't have flat feet.
Ain't nobody gives
I
a
have
fuck.
flat feet.
No one gives a fuck.
I have flat feet.
That's a Navy thing because on boats being flat-footed can cause issues with your equilibrium, but that doesn't exist in the Army.
I thought that was a rumor because they didn't give a fuck about me.
It doesn't exist in the Army. No, they don't give a fuck.
Then why the fuck was they asking me if my fucking feet was flat? See,
because they got to get you shoes. They
got me the wrong fucking shoes.
It has to be you
them
pass.
Damn, what you call them? Them Asics. They gave me the wrong.
Yeah, we all got the same. We all got the same ones, bro. Whoever was managing Asics, that was a beast.
That was a go fastest.
When they told us we go buy our own shoes, we was all at the PX. Like, hold the fuck up.
Nigga, I'm buying some Nikes. I'm not wearing these.
I swear to God, I got some Nikes.
Hey, those Nikes are like terrible.
Terrible.
You gotta get the insoles. Like,
they're terrible.
Nikes aren't a good shoe for Army shit.
If you gotta get insoles, that's a sign your shit sucks. Like the best running shoes are Brooks. Like ain't even no question.
You know what? Brooks are really good running
shoes.
I bought my son a pair of Brooks when he did cross country.
I like them heavy because the sole, because I got flat feet.
Oh, you got flat feet? That makes sense.
I need
that.
I
like New Balance. I like New Balance.
People with normal arches.
I ain't got no arch. I like
my flat as fuck.
No, I have a plantar fasciitis from when I broke my ankle in Iraq. This shit never healed right. Gave me a bone spur. Yeah, for sure. So I got plantar fasciitis, and so I use the Brooks. Them shits are mad comfortable, bro.
What they called?
Brooks, the Ghost 14.
Let me write that down.
Them shits are nice. Like
Brooks is a good brand. I got my son a pair of Brooks when he started cross country.
Yeah, I didn't realize how good they were, man.
They're nice. Those are good. Because my son complained about when my son used other shoes, like he said he was complaining about like his foot hurting all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, okay, my dad recommended those because those are the
I'm
ones.
gonna get some. I got a soccer player, and she got my big flat feet, and I be feeling, and her knee already starting to, have issues.
Yeah, like
so
shit. My son was already getting shin splints and stuff like that already from running.
That's because of the
Yeah.
shoes. So like,
we ended up getting those shoes. He didn't complain about his feet hurting or nothing anymore.
Because Nikes have a natural high arch, and they're narrow in the arch area of the foot.
I got the narrow,
so they cause issues, especially if you got flatter feet.
Yeah, that's what we originally had. We had Nikes, or that's what his dad bought him. Were just some Nikes.
Yeah, he's trying to be cool. Fuck his feet
up.
up.
Nike don't be. They do running shoes, but they don't really do cross country shoes. My son is
even with the running shoes are terrible. They're good for
running shoes suck.
You have to
get. His dad don't know nothing about running shoes, so he just bought him a pair of Nikes and was like,
he was like, they look good.
Which one of them?
These look nice.
Twins. They be putting them tennis twins on the internet talking about these is the best shoes. Y'all bitches be lying. You know what I'm saying? Because
it's all about your foot type. It's not. I think that Brooks is the best overall company.
I ain't never seen a Brooks commercial.
I've never either. That's how you want company, because they're still successful even though they don't got no marketing out. That's because runners know that Brooks is the way to go.
Yeah,
so
those are some good shoes.
When you homegrown like that,
Brooks is.
How many Adidas commercials you see?
I hate Adidas.
No, but how many Adidas commercials you see?
Not as many as I used to.
No, they're higher quality though. They're higher quality than Nike, so you don't see commercials because they don't need to. And the people who rock Adidas. Like, there's no like. They don't need to sell it, but you see Nike commercial all the time. Just do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You see them all the time. So.
Oh shit! I didn't know Brooks was a thing, bitch.
No,
it's that big loud ass message.
He said, "Hold up."
I was trying to look at the Brooks, my baby.
Hey, who was the one talking about they had an OnlyFans on here? I know it was one of y'all.
Oh, it wasn't me.
Oh, everybody real quiet now.
Yeah, it got quiet.
Well, what did you ask?
I feel like it was Layla. I'm not gonna lie.
If I did, I would have never.
Oh,
said
these
it.
are kind of cute.
I remember you saying it because people was asking. People was talking about porn. You was like, "Nah, I ain't got porn. I got OnlyFans."
Women got it so good because a lot of men can't just do an OnlyFans and make thousands a week and a month and shit like that. If I could do that shit,
I'll be doing it right now, bro.
Oh, if I could do
the thing most women gotta get past is morals and what everybody else think. Once they get past that, I'll be seeing so many bitches making so much
flexing.
money.
Morals.
Flexing.
Yes. And I wouldn't give a fuck.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they be making a lot of fucking money. That shit is wild. I wish I
y'all
could.
Didn't say Brooks cost $140. Now
they're expensive. They are an expensive brand,
but they last long. They last
I've
long.
never seen shoes a day in my life. That's why I'm like.
That's a good shoe. You pay $200 for some damn Jordans you can't run in.
$160.
I would have been.
I'm sure you.
Them Brooks.
I'm gonna give me some Brooks. I like to run.
That don't feel bad running in though.
I need me some Brooks. I like to run.
Your shoes up here?
Run.
I got big feet. I don't know. Maybe it's the size of the feet.
I wear a size. Well, let me shut up because everybody gonna be like, "Oh,
size
man,
you wear?
feet
Go ahead.
You already just started.
What size you wear?
Every time I say my size, it's always a bitch like, I wear a 2. Bitch, fuck you and your 2. Like, bitch, I wear a
all it over.
Go ahead, tell them that you wear size 14.
It's a 10. It's like, what the fuck?
That's not bad. You know what? My stepmom wears a size 10.
Average.
Here you go, Mimi.
Size for a woman.
I'm 5'7" though. I'm not like 5'2 and a half. I'm not short.
You proportion. You cover a lot of.
Yeah, big feet, long legs. It goes together. I ain't got short legs and big feet. Now that shit look weird.
That would look weird. You're right. That would look weird.
But yeah, here
I hate you, size
these are the
female.
Oh, those are it.
Wear size 5.
Like they came out with a newer looking.
Let me see, Mitch.
Like they came out with the
I got a
opposite.
pair of them motherfuckers.
These are the Ghost, and then I got my son the new joints.
Those look like one of these.
Cause Brooks makes shoes
Yeah,
for every
here you go.
arches.
So these are those 14s. I just got my son these like.
Damn, you wear a 14?
Hi, mamas.
Shoe is
Ew.
And they got like extra wide and
I wear 13.
You know what? I might have to invest.
It's so hard to find size 13 shoes.
It really is.
I fucking hate it.
It really is.
Man, it's so hard.
Everybody has 13.
She
I'm
said,
like,
yeah, it's so hard. She said, it's so hard.
Somebody buying all the size 13s and reselling them some shit.
Hell yeah, right?
Layla with her size 2 feet. Talking about something is so hard.
We done with all the topics.
That was it. You had more. You had more in the...
I did, but I want to save those. This is a good convo. We've been on for like over 2 hours. I do want to say hi. I do want to say some of the topics. Nia said she was getting back home, but she said she was having fun, but I don't know what she got going on. Why she tried to come for all y'all, saying that she was more responsible.
Niggas missed a fight for this shit.
She said she was more responsible.
She did say she was more responsible. It was funny.
And all y'all women with the baby.
At 23, with no kids. Okay, if you say so.
Bro, I got her, man. She just ain't been through nothing yet.
Nia says a lot of things though. Nia be saying a lot of shit though.
You don't know nothing about that shit.
She just says she don't put up with the bullshit and she do a lot of stuff to prevent a lot of the bullshit.
Real easy to say 23.
I think if you watch a bunch of women make the same mistake,
You gotta be 100% on that shit. You can't lock up for 1 second.
Yo,
you gotta be 100%.
Oh yeah, like Stanley said, nigga gotta be perfect because she said
Right.
fuck up, that's it.
No, if you stress me
She
out,
said at 20 weeks, if I found out that you ain't good enough at 20 weeks, then I'm not having a baby. But why wait 20 weeks to know that a guy ain't worth it?
But ain't no more abortion,
But not
so
even
she can't wait 20 weeks no more.
I was telling her that they don't do abortions at 20 weeks.
That's why I asked if she had kids.
You a little too far.
That's why I asked her. I was like, "Do you have kids?" She was like, "No, I'm 23 with no kids." Well, that makes some fucking sense. You don't know shit.
Because you sure can't have one after 14 weeks.
After 14 weeks, they won't give you an abortion.
Maybe she was talking about a different state.
What happened?
No, it doesn't matter.
No
After 14 weeks, they won't
know
nowhere.
to a different country.
I don't know.
What happened? Talking about abortion.
She might have had hers at 20 weeks. We don't know.
The triple.
When she went to the trap to get her abortion.
The
Hey, yo, so South Carolina is one of the states.
If you stressing her out while she's pregnant, then she gonna drop the baby off at your doorstep. So like when she said that, that's how I was like, oh, this chick naive. Because there's no way, no female who's ever had a baby is gonna just be cool.
We all caught on to that.
Oh, I'm gonna make you mad.
Hold up, don't say that to me.
I'm gonna make you mad
like
by
I said, if
abandoning
you
my
a
kid.
good daddy, that baby will get dropped off. Don't get it twisted. Like good daddy,
Yeah,
like you know, if you're a well-involved parent.
I'm actually gonna disagree with that too, because like I said, my ex was getting $1,600 of child support. It was more lucrative for her to have my kids.
She's selfish because I would have dropped them off and gave you $1,000 and went to that $6 and had a fun time, bitch. You hear me?
Well, you gotta come get that. You gotta come give me that $1,000 every month.
Her rent.
I just feel like it's selfish to hold a child just because you know what you get every month. Like, bitch, get your baby. Like my time, that extra sleep. You can't pay for extra sleep. Do you hear me? You can't pay for.
Listen, rent was only $1,000 a month. I was paying $1,600. Literally, the child support was enough to cover her life. So all she had to do was work a little part-timer, and she living the legend out here. You get what I'm saying? So you gotta think about it like that. It was more, and our kids ain't babies. They were already in school and shit. So it's not like they were, where you gotta sit there with the baby and hold them like you're doing right now. No, they was past that. They was already 5 and 7 and shit when we got divorced. So that's what I'm saying.
But you better than me, Mitch. She better. She still like that's just not. It's not enough to say because I prefer a good nap over an extra couple $100 like a weekend.
You could have a nap all day. You just collecting money.
But I'm just saying, like, time away from kids is important. You need that me time. I'm not gonna say
I be liking when my son. I agree with her. I like when my son. I love. I can't wait when my son goes to see his dad during Christmas or during the summer. I'm like, yo, I got that couple of weeks where mommy do what mommy want to do. No kid.
You're talking about a little break. She talking about dropping the kids off.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Not like permanently, but like for.
But I understand the break thing. Like there are times where I just be like, I ask his dad, like, yo, can you take him this time because I need my
for sure. That's normal. That's
Joe. You want this one? She's Puerto Rican. You could claim a little bit.
I'm not gonna lie though, my kids don't get on my nerves. So like, I don't ever.
Girls get on.
Not that my son don't get on my nerve. I don't
feel like
I ain't even about to go down.
I ain't get to finish the sentence. My kids don't get on my nerves. So I don't ever feel like I need a break from them. Like either one of them, to be honest. So it's just that's real talk. I just never really feel like I need a break from either one of them.
But my kids don't really have anything to do with getting on my nerves.
But my kids are older though. Y'all got to keep that in mind.
I don't think it has anything to do with them getting on my nerves. I think it's a lot of people
age don't matter.
Age doesn't matter. I think it's just having that alone time. I think as a woman, having that alone time to relax and just do what I want to do. I don't have to take my son to the salon. I don't have to take my son with me to the nail salon so I can get my nails done.
You're missing the point. They're older. I don't have to take them when I get my haircut. Like they can stay home. Like no, so I'm saying age does matter because like older, I don't have to babysit them.
Even having little kids, bro, I don't feel like I need a break. I feel the same. I don't need a break.
But do you get breaks?
I'm not really. I go to work.
No, see, it's different for you.
Work is a break.
Marz, are you like
work is a break?
Mine is different because my ex has the kids.
That's why I was just gonna ask you.
And when I had them, I didn't need no break. Like I'm good, and I could.
Because you didn't have them long enough, is what she about to say.
That's what I was gonna say. You don't have them long enough.
Y'all got them full time, day after day.
But 3 months is a long time.
Calling out of work because they sick. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
No, 4 months is a long time.
You're comparing your 4 months to her 10 years.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not comparing that to 10 years at all.
I like to.
I guess he's just saying he don't need a break.
I like to give the moms a break.
Do.
That's what I'm saying. Give the moms a break sometimes.
Yeah,
I had my first at 20, so I be wanting a fucking break. I don't care. Like
I was 23 when I was 20. I just turned 20. I was 21. I was 21 when I had my son.
When I gave birth, right before my 21st birthday. So when he be like, "Give me my baby," sure, bye. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't know, because I don't feel like I discovered who I was as a woman, as a person, or anything prior to being a mother. And of course, being a mother is gonna come before me discovering myself. So when do I have time to do that? When you have her, when he, you know what I'm saying? When the grandparents have them, you know. And like I think women as women, we evolve over time too. So we need time to figure out who we are, what we want out of life, and it takes time. Like a lot of
babies are of school age and they're going to school. You got
as they get older, as my kid gets older, I find that I don't have to be like, yo, take your kid or whatever. I need a break. Like you said, they're getting older and you can just leave them or whatever. Yeah, my son's getting at that age where I can leave him at home. But
I have a question for the
women. Like 6, I'm gonna say prior to 7, it's like, okay, I need a break. Like, can I get a break?
Oh shit! Like so.
I got a question for the women.
But like when I'll take it the other way. When my kids are visiting their mom, I don't like that shit. Like it's not about them not seeing their mom. I just miss them. I don't like the house being. Like, I'm like, it feels weird. I want
You
my
a
kids back
different
home.
type of daddy, boy.
Give me the break. Give me the back. Give me the back. Like, yeah, for real. That's how it is.
You a different type of daddy because some daddies be like, what? This, like, they just be, I mean, it doesn't, I've never heard a man that personally, I've never heard my child's father say, oh, it's just so quiet over here. You know what I'm saying? I've never heard him say, like, I miss her so much. It's just so quiet over here. Like,
I don't know about him then.
On time I hear this around the
Sometimes
holidays.
I wish I could ask my dad how he felt. He never got a break, and he dealt with 4 kids on his own.
Oh, my mama let me every day.
My mom was never in the picture until I was about 18, 19 years old. So
no, I actually wish I had my kids more because all their attachment, they're too attached to the moms, and I don't like that shit.
Well, y'all are just different, huh?
I have
they swear.
that's not true.
You know what? My baby daddy be
I
like,
have my son all the time.
Their mommy.
I have my son all the time. I have my son all the time.
The reason I'm so, because when they the age when they turn 5 is a really important age, and I had to go overseas. So when I left, what were they? They were 4, 5, and 6. Cause I had to miss 5 and 6 the birthdays, and I came back. Now they're 7 and shit. But when I was studying psychology, 5 is like a really important age. And I hate that I had to leave because I've been with my kids since they were infants. I'm in their lives. So when I came back for good, it's like the personalities, I see me in them, but it's just like the attachment to the moms. That shit is like, I hate it. I don't hate it, but it's just like when they with me, I don't want you missing your fucking mom. It's your time to spend with your father.
Yeah.
And I'm big on that shit. I'm real big on that, but it's just, but I accept it now. So I'm like, shit.
I don't know. I feel that's different because when my son comes back from his dad, that's all he could fucking talk about. I miss my daddy. I miss my daddy. And he sits there and cries for days until like maybe a week later that he's come back from visiting him. Okay, I'm good.
Yeah, my daughter, she's upset.
I'd be like, you can call your dad or text your dad anytime you want. Like, you don't have to sit here and miss him all the time. Like, you act like you can't contact him.
It's a totally different generation.
I'm like, why are you crying? I miss my daddy. I miss my daddy.
This is a totally different generation from when we was kids. They could FaceTime and call whenever the hell they want to. You know, when I was growing up, if I didn't see my daddy for a year, I just didn't
women. Call and everything, and as much as he wants.
Huge.
He is 8th grade. That's what he is.
He is huge.
Big boy.
Just in case.
God damn.
Oh,
yeah,
that's Mitch.
And Brandon,
damn.
So
Sir plays football. Does Sir play football? Look, sir.
I don't even want to stand. Like, I see you stand next to your kid, and I don't even want to stand next to my kid because my kid's like already overtowering me.
What?
I have a question for the women. What happens if you do not get a break?
You kill yourself.
I lose my mother.
It's just stressful.
Mind.
They
just keep on.
Yeah, we just keep doing what we're doing.
I mean, what else can they do?
Motherfucking mind.
We just be moms. What kind of fucking question is that? We're just moms.
They don't want to say.
Because I'm able to give breaks, like as far as having the kids.
But you just different.
She wants to
call my mama and tell her to come see me because I need a break. Like,
so here's the thing. I have
I want to get a break to you.
How do you? Huh?
They just don't want to get a break to the man. They'll
okay.
But the thing though, with some moms,
no, I want to break from it.
With some moms, and I've noticed because I have 2 sets, whatever female friends I have that are moms, they're one or the other. One is their kids are their life. Right. It revolves around that. The other, these motherfuckers will live their life because they have a support channel and they would drop their kid off.
They take advantage of their support channel.
And they take it, yeah. Some people will take advantage of that. Some people will.
Baby don't never be
so you mean the ones that are responsible with a support channel.
You can be responsible, but sometimes that responsibility gets caught up in you're literally living your life for that child. Because there's a question. Hold on, I got one. I got one thing to get out. I got one thing to get out. The thing is, do you feel, they asked in psychology, are you responsible for your child or do you have a responsibility to them? I might be miswording it, but it was like, when I read that the first time, I was like, well, shit, I have a responsibility to them, but it's like, they have their moms, so I can still live my life, but I will give the moms a break. My kids can come live with me tomorrow if need be, because it's like, I'm just prepared for that. But it's like I try to give the moms a break because I know that's such a priority for them. And I'll be like, yo, y'all need to go live. Like, I keep my kid. It's my child. We made them together, him or her. So y'all can go take a vacation and all that shit. But I have
that's how I felt. That's how I felt. I felt like his dad got to live his life, do all that shit. And I'm sitting there just, you know, being a mom, dealing with our son. He lives in a different state, you know.
I'm gonna take it.
And it's crazy. That's
my
crazy.
baby dad tried to go and have another fucking child, bitch.
Because I live my life. I did what I wanted to do as far as being single and all that shit. I'm good. I'm stable.
Girl, I am too, but goddamn it, I'm still single. So I still gotta.
Go do it. I'm still single. Give me the fucking kids, nigga. Like, don't you want to pray?
I got a good support system. My son live with my mama.
Yeah.
But I don't mean that. But I don't ever take advantage of the fact that I don't have to have my son 24/7.
You still live your life.
I had my child at 17, so my whole the whole process of even finding out who you are as an adult got stripped away. So now that I have a good system, I'm not taking advantage of that, but I am in a good way because thank God now I can like go out and do what I can at a young age like I'm supposed to. But I still have responsibilities to him, and he is my world. But I have a support system.
I feel like now that my son's getting older, I have that privilege of being able to live my life. Now that I don't have to worry about.
Which is what I was saying. Age matters.
Age does matter. You're right. Age does matter. My son's at an age where I can leave him at home by himself, and he'd be content with just fucking watching TV or playing on his Switch and shit like that.
Right.
I can go a few hours without him.
With my kids, so
I didn't have that same.
Like I said, I've already did all that party and shit, so I'm chilling. Like I don't need to go nowhere, so I could homeschool my kids.
I was never. Really
my mom's almost 60. My mom's almost 60, and now she's living her life because she had another kid, and that kind of like held her back for a while. But after my little sister got to a certain age, my mom started partying. My mom, almost 60, still go to the club. She goes salsa dancing. She went to Las Vegas. Las Vegas is a good like place that she liked to go to. She does that at least twice a month. Like my mom be living her best life right now.
I didn't have those options. My mom was still active duty when I had my first. So when I had my first child, my mom was in Korea.
Damn.
So it was like, bitch.
Was it an option?
It was. I had no options. You hear me? So when she got her for a year, because I was homeless for a second when I got out, I honestly didn't even go out then because I had established a lifestyle where all I wanted to do was work and provide. I really didn't care for the going out, the being around, because it's like, Mom, I'm still responsible. I'm still sending money. I'm still sending clothes. You got my food stamp card. You get what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't have a child. So I guess I never really, level, calm. I don't know what's the word. I never really got to that point.
You never had to calm down, yeah.
Yeah,
so I think I'm in that same boat. I've never been a real party type person. I don't drink, I don't smoke. And truth be told, like, I'm not kidding. When my kids aren't here, I'm pretty miserable. Like I do stuff with my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like we go and do archery together. We go do blacksmithing together.
Different.
Yeah, we play. Like,
so with mine,
I really don't. And my daughter draws like me. So like I'm constantly. The two of us are constantly talking about anime. You know, how to increase her ability to draw and stuff like that. So like it's like they're my friends, you know what I'm saying? So I don't like when they're not around. Like that's just real talk. And that's because
I do miss my kid when he's gone. I miss him. The house be quiet as shit. I'd be like, damn, man.
Yeah,
like I like having my own like freedom while he's gone, but it'd be like, damn, he ain't over here. Like, where is he? Like, I can't yell at nobody. I just got the dogs. The dogs are here, but
hold on. Am I the only single dad in here? I think so.
You're a single father?
Yeah.
No, you not single. You married.
No, Mitch married. I know.
Yeah, he married. He like raising his hand, but that's why I was wondering.
But I mean, it ain't the same though. Like that's
you right. I get you.
That's all I'm gonna say to that.
So I'm a single pop. Yo, the army be hating on that.
When I got married, my kids were already like older.
Yeah.
So they don't have that relation. It's not like their stepmom is their mom. You know what I'm saying? They don't have that relationship. Yeah. So but my mom lives in my house. Like I take care of my mother. So like I definitely have people to watch my kids if I needed to, you know, but my son's 13, he's big as me, and then my daughter's 15 and 10th grade and shit. So it's not like I'm dealing with like toddlers and stuff, you know. So it changes a little bit.
Yeah, and I'm talking about having another one. It's just gonna slow me the fuck down again. So let me just.
Yeah, you are.
I'm getting to that age where I'm kind of like, you know what? I don't know if I want to be like in my 40s with the toddler. Like,
Why not?
That's why I'm trying to. That's why I'm thinking about having another one. I'm 28.
I want to leave.
Do I really want to be 35?
I want at least 2 more.
You said how many?
I want 2 more. Another boy.
I'll give you one.
You want 4?
I'll give you one.
I want one more. I want boy.
I'll take one more.
Hey, I'm giving one.
Wow.
I'll take one more.
She offered her whole womb to you, bro. She offered the entire womb, my guy.
I'll give you.
No, I'm gonna go see Joe. It's already.
Wow.
I'm clapping the seats.
She said, "Aim here."
Yeah.
I'm drunk.
Layla.
Wow. Who drunk?
Layla, where do you live? El Paso?
No, but I'm moving back. Don't ask
Where
me.
you at now?
San Antonio.
Oh.
I thought about moving to El Paso, girl.
That's where my
I can't do it.
Yeah, if you go to El Paso, I'll come by.
Everybody in El Paso. That's where we're gonna have our 1 year squad talk reunion at.
1 year squad talk reunion. We all go to El Paso.
We ain't gonna wait till 10. Fuck it, just do it.
All the way to El Paso? God.
Yeah, I got a house in El Paso. We could probably crash there.
Yeah,
I'm not going to El Paso.
But when you say like that,
if you got a house there, everybody.
We all gonna crash.
when you say it like that,
I knew some people. I knew some of these faces look fucking familiar.
Make it a
party. There's some cocaine.
I knew some of these faces looked familiar because I was 18 in the club.
I still know people there.
Oh, shit.
Hey, hold on. We're gonna have titty must and cocaine.
Oh, wow.
18 when I met.
I still know some people in El Paso.
When y'all was in El Paso, I was 18, so I knew some of the faces looked familiar because I was always in the club.
Wait, what year was?
I didn't graduate high school until 2012, so I literally met Spencer the same year I graduated high school. So I was in the club the same year, and that's how I seen. I swear to God, Brandon looks familiar. That's why I used to see everybody in the military because I was always at M-Bar and Brosia and downtown. I was always there.
Shit, we may have seen each other.
I was always there.
You said 2012 you graduated. Golly.
Yeah, dude, I'm old.
I'd already done been 27 months in Iraq.
I was coming off
Afghanistan and everything.
We know Mitch.
Like, good.
She said, we know Mitch.
I know, Mitch old. Mitch old.
You said
Brittany.
How tall are you, Brandon?
I'm 5'6".
That's how you feel, Nay? That's how you feel?
Layla, why you do that? What that mean? How tall are you, Layla?
Okay, but it don't matter. I'm saying I could fit him in my pocket.
Oh, wow.
Hey, come on.
Wow.
Making that pocket close to the, so I can just be like.
He said, I want to be a tennis ball.
I ain't saying nothing about height. I don't have a preference.
You don't have a preference?
You don't have a preference?
I'm 5'7". Like
I'm 5'5", Layla.
That's a pretty good height for
Spencer, you lying like hell. You see what I'm saying?
No, Spencer, you gotta be taller than 5'5".
Like 5'9", 5'10".
I swear you look taller in person.
Who?
Everybody
Spencer is at least 5'8", 5'9". I don't.
He be wearing platforms.
I'm shorter than Spencer, and I'm 5'7".
He be wearing platforms.
I don't think I ever met a guy that's 5'5". Ever.
5'5".
Me.
That's short as fuck.
Spencer is not 5'5".
He's
fucking around. He is not 5'5".
He is 5'9" at least. 5'8", 5'9". He's something like that. It's
That
something like
motherfucker
that.
play too much. You play too much, man. You know I'm 5'5".
He is not 5'5". He's
not 5'5", you guys. I know.
Y'all know that nigga lying.
No, it's all man.
Because I'm 5'1", and that motherfucker towers me.
Nigga, you taller than me. Get the fuck out.
Taller than me.
It's so crazy because I be telling the truth. I joke so much that when I tell
that's a lie. That is a bold.
People don't believe me.
Prove it then.
Like I just
There's
told.
only what you gotta prove.
So you shrunk?
Bro,
hold on.
I told my homeboys in the group chat that me and Toy got married. Them niggas ain't believe me. Like we really got married. And then
show us your marriage license.
I was just like, well, fuck it. I mean,
no, show us your marriage license.
No, they did.
I'd be really telling people the truth. Believe me, Mitch knows.
Yeah, they
that's
really
did. That's all I'm gonna say. Mitch knows. But I'll be really telling people the truth, and niggas just.
How come you didn't invite us to the
You remember when I told y'all Marz?
Yeah.
And I even showed you a picture, and they was like, "Oh, he be doing this and that."
That went live.
I can't help
when
it.
Was this?
Could have went live.
It was like 2 weeks ago.
What kind of host are
you got married 2 weeks ago?
About 2. Yeah, about 2.
And you put the. Did you put it in our chat? You put it in our chat?
No, I didn't put it in y'all's chat.
Okay.
You could have had.
It was like 2 weeks ago. It was on a Friday. I think it was the 26th. I know it was a Friday though.
You know what? I probably, even if you put it in our chat, I probably would have still thought you were lying.
I would have said congrats. I would have believed him though.
I would have had to ask Toya, like, get Toya over here and let her tell us.
I would have believed it because he's been fucking with Toya for a minute, so it wouldn't have really wouldn't have surprised me. But he damn sure enough ain't no fucking 5'5". No, that's a lie.
If he's taller than me,
that's a lie. You're talking so much bullshit with that 5'5".
Okay.
No fucking way. He's 5'5". Fuck out of here. He's shrunk in the last couple years.
I know you're not 5'5" because I'm 5'1" and you towered me. So
girl, he towered me and I'm 5'7". That's why I say he's at least a smooth 5'9".
5'8", 5'9".
5'9", 5'10", some shit like that.
Nah, no 5'10". He ain't.
Ain't nobody 5'5" with a size 11, 12 shoe. Fuck out of here. I counted his shoes one time, bro. I couldn't believe how many shoes he had in there. I was just sitting there just counting shoes. But I ain't never seen nobody with that many pairs of shoes. So I was counting. So I know he got some big ass feet. So I was like, no, you're not 5'5". You know what?
Not big ass feet. Let's get that out of the way.
11 is big.
Marz and Mitch at 13.
You speaking some real shit talking about.
No, we got both. Where my shoe at?
Marz and Mitch wearing 13s.
Yeah.
Me too.
Be low guys.
Step on my whole face.
Planned up.
Yo.
LA motherfuckers be trying to come for the little guys, man.
Layla, how tall are you though? How tall did you say? Or did you say?
What?
Layla, how tall did you say?
I'm 5'2".
5'2". Tiny.
See, so she a little taller than me.
You're tiny ones, right?
You gonna put me in a pocket, y'all?
You a pocket man?
You gonna put him in your pocket?
In my bra.
She did say that though. She did.
That's where he wanted to be.
Bra. That's even better.
Wants to be.
You going in the bra?
You got kitty must.
I don't even own shit with pockets. You going in the bra?
That worked.
He said that works.
Come on, stink.
Living the life. My baby said she living the life.
Crazy that Marz tried to compare 4 months to your how old your son, Joe?
How did I?
My son's 11.
Come on, son.
He tried to compare his full-time 4 months to
Look.
your 11 years.
To my 11. To my 11.
I was.
And Spencer knows. And Spencer knows I always had my kid. I always had my kid.
You know what's so funny? You brought your kid to work one time and I made him cry and you got mad at me.
I did. I
don't even remember what I did, but
he made my kid cry. My kid was only a baby. My kid was so little.
What you do?
Yeah, I don't remember what he did, but he made my baby cry. Yo, I went off on him.
Don't you make my baby cry?
I remember one time, he is so insensitive. I remember when I was going through my divorce, he told me, I was like crying at work, and he was like, you probably deserved it, is what he told me.
That sounds like me.
And I looked at him, I dead ass looked at him, and I was like, yeah, you're right. I deserved my husband cheating on me and all this other stuff. He goes, oh, I didn't know all that. He said, I didn't know all that.
You mind the business that pays you.
Yo, I was so pissed. I was like, yo, I'm over here crying and shit. Like my husband's cheating on me and all this shit. He was like, you probably deserved it.
Oh wow.
I don't remember that.
Dead ass. In the office. Yo, I had to go home after that because I was like, yo, I can't do this today. I just can't fucking do it today.
You just sent her home.
Yo, I was like, I gotta go home.
Lying.
Dead ass. I'm not lying.
Niggas
I was like in fucking tears and he was just making fun of me.
She would have wrote my ass up, trying to get me in trouble so quick.
No, that's not true. I'm telling you, I was like, I was in a state of like, oh man, I don't know. There was no way. Jonas was my fucking, remember Jonas?
Yeah, with that goofy ass name. His name is Dones. Okay.
No, it's not Dones. It's Jonas.
Look, this is what I was trying to tell people when I first got there. He was my sponsor. This nigga picked me up.
Oh my
we
God.
have one letter difference in our name. He has a D. I have a J. D-O-N-E-S, J-O-N-E-S. I remember I was telling people to call me Jones. If his name is Jones, what the fuck is Dones? His name is Dones.
He's first off, he's like Filipino. He's Filipino, so
first off, one letter difference. Call me Jones.
He was
if
Filipino.
He was Dones.
That shit was funny, man.
Jones. The A, dummy.
You said what?
If I said Jonas, I spelled Jonas. So if his name was D-O-N,
like the guys who sing. Like the
D-O-N-E-S sounds like Dones to me.
If you put an M, that's Domes.
Hey, so was it Dones?
No, his name was Jones. It was pronounced Jones, but it was spelled Dones.
I said you just argued his point.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's Domes. His name is Domes, nigga.
He was Filipino. His name was Jones, not Jones or Dones.
Like, y'all know, like Gomez is Gomez, right?
Right.
But if they're
spelled...
Brazilian, it'll be Gomes, and that's
so
Gomez.
Brazilian?
It's not Gomez, it's Gomes. So I kept fucking up these kids' last names, calling them Gomez. They'd be like, that's no. So I guess it's Gomes, I guess.
That's
funny. You said you're 21?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
You're young.
Youngin. Similar.
I'm old as fuck.
Bye, Marz.
That don't mean it ain't nothing but a number. What's up?
It ain't nothing but a number.
Oh, word?
So you 21. So damn, when I was 18, you was 5.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
I always put the highest person at 18, and then I do the age difference.
Bro, shut your ass up.
He said,
Yo, I had someone.
When she was 18, how old was you, Mitch? I mean, when you was 18, how old was she? She wasn't born yet?
She wasn't born yet.
Ancient.
My mom is,
Mitch was still grown.
My mom is 38, so definitely old enough to be
I'm not old enough to be her dad for sure.
So he's daddy?
That's
he can be daddy?
That just got awkward. But
he said no.
So if she's 21, you figure that puts me at 19 when she was born. So yeah.
Age a number, the number.
I'll tell you what's real bad. I go into high schools, to talk to students about joining or whatever. And now all of the seniors are 17, and I've been in the Army 17 years. Like, so
life.
Shit is rough, man. Because now I literally be like, oh, I joined the Army in 2005. And I'll be like, what year were y'all born? And I'm like, 2005. It's like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. My daughter was born in 07, so that shit's creeping up real quick. I don't like it. I don't like it.
She said, she just laughed about it.
All quiet. I hate the quietness.
Because when I was 21, 40 was old. So like now I'm 40 and I'm just like,
damn.
Weird. Because I still feel like in my brain, I still feel like I'm 25. And these last 15 years just flew by, it feels like.
I'm scared.
I remember 2016 when I met my wife, like it was last year.
Don't scare me.
Nah, I'm just telling you, it flies by after a certain point. I don't know why.
Yeah, like.
Yeah.
You get older and it's just like, damn.
Because right now, you at 21, you're still spending time trying to get people to respect you because you're too young. But then eventually, I'm just saying, and I'm just saying in general mindset. Like the average 21-year-old doesn't like being called kid and doesn't like being called young and this, that, and the other thing. By the time you hit 40, it's like, holy shit, where did 30 go? Like it's the whole decade.
You don't even remember that shit.
Yeah, for real. Like it's like the whole decade.
Yo, I have blurs of my 20s.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
I don't know. I was
Crazy.
already a mom in my early 20s, so.
No, I had my kid at 24, but
I had my 21st birthday and turned up for that, and then a couple months later, I was pregnant.
What, right?
I was pregnant.
No, but I mean, I even that though, I had my first kid at 24, and she's in the 10th grade now. Like that's crazy. It's crazy. I divorced her mom in 2015, 2016, something like that, and like my son at the time was probably 5'4" or something like that, and he's 6'4".
How tall are you?
6'5".
Okay,
And my daughter is like fucking 5'11". Shut your ass up, short ass nigga.
Look, once you get older, you're gonna start being like them younger kids. You're gonna say them younger kids.
Oh, I'm the grumpy old dude. I'm the get off my lawn guy now. I don't even.
Yeah, but you're still in your younger 20s. Like we're all like 30s, 40s, and look, I don't fuck with anybody that's below 30, and I don't fuck with anybody that's above 45.
Plus or minus 10. That's the rule of thumb.
I could do a little over 10. I could do a little over 10.
So
I don't
bullshit. I got teachers older than you.
My age.
I feel like kids that are like in their mid-20s aren't mature enough for me yet.
I feel like that. And I am 20. I don't even have friends in their 20s.
I made me a sugar daddy.
You stupid.
More mature. I mean, sugar daddy.
I like me an older man. I like me.
So Layla, age don't matter for you.
When it comes to her age, because I don't fuck with.
When it comes to what?
Older niggas, like I don't fuck with people my age or below. I don't even fuck with people in their 20s at all.
So only older.
I was the same way at her age though, but I think when you have
older,
young, you gotta grow up a little bit more.
That's what I'm saying.
It depends on how you were raised, I guess, because I feel like I'm an old soul, and I always was never really clicking with my people because I feel like my interests were different. I didn't really. So now I'm older than 17, but now that I'm older and I'm an adult and I can hang out with actual adults, because I still was at 17, but now that I'm an adult and I can hang out with older people and it not be too much of a problem, I'd much rather hang out with older people because I don't do the things that people my age really do. We'll talk about the things like Megan Thee Stallion, the clubs, all that shit. I'm like, I did that at 15. I'm good off of that. So just because I was raised like that, now that I'm older, I'd much rather be around people who are calm and do things that I like to do because be doing shit that people my age do, I guess. And then
that's a common story for people your age, like females more so, is that like there's a reason that the stereotype is young girl with an old guy. It's because most females at your age feel that same way, which actually oddly means that most females at your age do think the same way you do. It's just that they think that they do, right? So they all date the older guy, right? And
I just like experience.
Yeah.
I want the experience, not the unexperienced. I don't have the patience for unexperienced anything. The mentality, if you're unexperienced, you're not educated, you're ignorant, I'll pass. But older guys live through things, so they're experienced, they have more, and I'd rather be with that. You know what I'm saying?
I think the word you're looking for is distinguished. That's the word I like to use.
I call it seasoned. She wants somebody that's seasoned.
Yeah.
You want to get wooed, a gentleman.
That's it.
Yeah.
So you want to get wooed?
Yeah, you gotta woo a woman. You gotta woo her. Take it to the hibachi.
You were saying this all about how you was brought up.
Hold up, y'all. It's too funny. Hold up. My son just said, "Oh, y'all using that old people lingo."
Yeah.
The audacity. The audacity.
He said, "What's a woo?"
You said it was it's all about how you was brought up, but at the same time you were saying that you did all that basically like fast stuff when you were younger. So you're over that phase already. So how was you brought up exactly? Like to be fast and to do all that stuff at a young age?
Fast. Didn't nobody say about being fast.
It was sounding like you was kind of fast and you're past that phase now though.
Fast that like, first off, I feel like any teenager in high school wanted to go to parties, wanted to drink, and like that's not uncommon for kids to want to wild out and buck out. Like that's a common story for a lot of teenagers. So it's not uncommon, but I'm saying, first off, I should start when my mama was a hoe. My mama had 3 kids by 21. But I wasn't raised by a hoe. Like she obviously is a mom, but my mom I was a rebellious child, but my mom also wasn't strict. So I was able to, it wasn't like I was sneaking out. I didn't have to. So I was able to experience that freely. And I did. I got all my fun out. And then I got in trouble. I lived what could happen.
Got all your fun out.
That your parents
was raised. It was how you was raised. And you just said you was raised by a hoe.
That doesn't.
I was raised real. I get what she's saying. I was raised with the really strict agenda. A really strict agenda. So when I got my freedom, I was all over the fucking place.
Right, but she just
fast.
I was selling drugs. I was selling drugs. I was selling drugs. I was selling drugs. I learned how to cook coke. Like
yes, cooking coke.
At 17. This was at 17. And so I was like, I was all out.
White bricks.
What's the name?
10 bricks.
Breaking Bad. I forgot. Eisenberg or something. I think that's his name. Yeah, that's you.
I was doing all kinds. Ask Sue. Like Sue didn't even want to be around me when we were 17.
But you're the evil twin.
We lived in separate households. Like at 17, I lived on my own, and my sister was still living with my dad, and I was doing all kinds of shit. And the one time she hung out with me, she'll tell you this story. The one time she hung out with me, we were gonna go to this like 18 and over club, and what happened was before we went, we decided to go get some pizza because we were gonna eat before we left. But the guy I was dating at the time, one of his friends was in a parking lot across the street, got in a fight, and we was like, oh shit, he got his head cracked open by a crutch. And my sister was freaking out. She don't do blood very well. So what I did, I had to go get my boyfriend, was like, yo, so-and-so was getting his ass beat. We got to go and we got to get him. So everybody just dipped out and went over there. But then the cops came and Sue fucking freaked out. There's blood. There was cops. She was like, I can't go to jail. Why is this happening? We never even got to go out that night. She was so scared to be around me. She never hung out with me after that.
No, I have a question. So because you're saying, I know it's a little different because you said you had strict parents, but once you did have the freedom to do what you wanted or whatnot, how long did it take before you were like, okay, I'm done?
I think like, once I joined the military, I think that's when everything kind of cooled down. Yeah, I still did.
It's on the person. Because I know when
I kind of like chilled out some. I did do a lot of stuff in the military too, like low key, but like drugs.
We need these stories.
I did drugs and shit in the military.
I can't believe I didn't know none of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, because by the time you met me, I had like already chilled out and shit, like a bit. I was still like repping all kinds of shit because I was hanging out with gangbangers and shit like that. And
oh, you like gangbangers, huh?
You're stupid. I know you a Crip and shit like that.
Here we go. Hey.
Huh? I was hanging out with like norteños and shit like that. Like, yeah. I was crazy.
So we gonna call you evil twin.
Why he think that Sue's like the nice twin, but she's not. She like really is fucking mean as shit. Sue is like super mean. She comes off as like the sweet and cute like fucking twin, but if you guys really knew Sue, she is fucking way mean. Like I'm not mean at all.
Oh wow. Isn't Sue over there right now?
Am I mean, Spencer? Am I mean?
Isn't Sue over there?
No, she's not. She left.
Oh, I was about to say, I saw her earlier.
No, she was here, but she left.
Okay, pause, because I didn't know you had a twin. So when she popped up in the camera, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said,
I didn't know she joined. And
yeah,
I'm the
you
one
didn't see her show her titty and shit?
Yeah, they was twin titty power.
We were showing like how our titties were different.
That tonight?
That
Yes.
was earlier. You weren't paying
Earlier.
Yeah.
I was looking at Layla. I'm sorry. I was looking at Layla.
We were saying how Layla got big
During
old
the time,
titties,
I
and then
missed
how
it.
our titties were small, and me and
I
Sue
missed
both got on
everything y'all
camera
was talking-
showing how small
And
our
then Layla
boobs
was
were.
gonna borrow some of her titty off.
Yeah, she was gonna give
No,
us
no, no.
titties.
I remember hearing it. I just
Hold
didn't.
on, was she on the camera with you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, because I was like, I don't remember adding her. It might have went up when I went upstairs with Toya.
She was in the camera with me, and we were both
Yeah,
like
I
showing
think-
our titties, comparing how her boobs are bigger than mine.
I think, yeah, I walked upstairs with Toya when we first
Did
started
she
talking
actually
about
show the
titties.
titty?
So
What'd you say?
Was the shit titty was actually shown, or we?
Yeah,
was
she showed under boob and shit.
No, under boob ain't the same. Night.
No, she literally showed most of her titty, quarter of her titty.
Yeah,
I know.
she had like quarter of her titty out.
let me stop this so I can go
Rewind.
I'm not done talking. Don't ruin my good.
Because I was.